Kick Out Crew. James L. Corey. Brad Stanton. Coach Rosie. Adam from Bama. Mike Whitaker. Devin Dowling. The Kick Out Crew Podcast. Available on all major podcast platforms and watch videos exclusively on YouTube.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of your show, the Kick Out Crew. It's good to see everybody clear, and I feel like I have more space on the screen for some reason. That being said, wanted to thank everyone for all the positive feedback of episode 38, rivalry. Good shit. I enjoyed it. I'm glad everybody else did too. I enjoyed the laughs and the banter. That being said, if you haven't seen it, you can check us out because we are on Twitter at Kick Out Crew. You can watch our YouTube show. You can listen wherever you get your podcast. And, feel free to hit us up because it is your show. Like, we act like, we do a professional thing here, but hey, it really is your show. And I don't know if it'll be tonight is going to prove that I really do think it's everybody else's show. Because, well, hell, I'm not going to talk about what we're covering right now. I'm just going to go to Brad. So, Brad, how's your week been?
Oh, my week has been nothing but interesting. This is going to be one of the most interesting shows we've ever done. But forget that. Right now, let's talk about Rant and Brad's week. James, I have a question for you first.
No, it's Rant and Stanton.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm off my game. No doubt.
Well, hey, but you know who made that up? Our brethren from another methrin, old Devin. So shout out to him,
Yeah, shout out to Devin. Not going to be able to be here again for the same reason as last week. Shout out to Devin. James, you've worked in restaurants, okay? So
too many of them.
I have a question. There are certain restaurants that bring out, now everybody ordered, okay? Everybody at the table ordered. There's 5 of us, say. And they bring out one person's food. And it's because that's the way that restaurant operates. When it's ready, they bring it out. Have you heard of that? Like, listen, it's ready. We don't care if the rest of the freaking people there are ready.
No,
we're bringing yours out.
That's Bush League.
Okay,
well, here's the thing. Like in a good place, you would time it to where everything comes out like the same.
Well, this is a place we were, and that's what they told me when they brought out. I went out with my 2 daughters. It was just the 3 of us. My wife was sick, and my son was working, so the 3 of us went out. She was home from college, and the other one is just wanted to come with us, which is great. And they brought out their food, and I waited 15 more minutes. And I said, "What's that?" They go, "No, we bring it out when it's ready. We don't bring it out all at once." I'm like, "You understand something here? I can eat alone all I want. They can eat alone all they want. I have taught them that you wait to eat until everybody gets their food." Yeah. That's the way my father taught me. Now, he doesn't do that anymore, but that's the way he taught me. And I have passed that along to them. So they're waiting. I'm like, no. Don't
eat
wait.
As a family.
Yes, that's the whole point. We can eat alone. And that's just upsetting to me because here we are at a restaurant out and they're uncomfortable eating in front of me because their food is there and mine isn't.
Yeah.
So I just a little advice out there to all the restaurant people. We want to eat together. That's why we came out together. I can order DoorDash and it can come whenever it wants. So that happened this week. And they did give me my burger for free because Rant and Stanton complained a little bit about it.
Well, here's the thing though, like a good place would like, oh, this only takes 5 minutes to make. This takes 7 minutes to make. So you time it to like where everything comes out fresh together. I mean, that's like 101 restaurant stuff. So for them to be like, fuck it, you get chips and salsa, boom, you're eating in 20 seconds. But if you get a well done steak, like you're gonna wait 20 minutes, like that. That's
what you know is that if someone orders a well done steak, you're waiting a while. I've learned to live with that. That's okay. Well, all right. So, all right, I go to the gym. Everybody knows that I try to dabble in the gym. I'm no specimen, but I try to keep myself in shape. But there's a guy at the gym, and he's always been to himself, and I am actually to myself as well. Now, I go every Friday after the gym. I'm off, so I go to the grocery store after. My wife and I share that responsibility. I buy some stuff, she buys some stuff. We kind of do our own thing. Well, he's there one week, the guy that doesn't talk at the gym, and he takes his ear things out and he looks at me and goes, "You know what? I just want to let you know I'm not an asshole. I'm not an asshole." I go, "Great, I'm not either." He goes, "I just want to let you know I have 1 hour and 5 minutes at the gym, and I just don't have time to talk to anybody." Okay, great. Then he goes on to talk to me for 20 minutes. Now, this has gone on at least 24 times. He has the same schedule as I do. He goes to the gym and then he goes to the grocery store. He doesn't have time to talk at the gym, but he won't shut the fuck up at the grocery store. So what is the schedule that you're talking about? If you had to get back to work, get a shower, get back to work, this is your lunch break, great, but you're not. You're going to the grocery store, and apparently you don't have a time period there. I don't get people. Just say you don't like to talk when you work out. Don't tell me about your hour and 5 minutes. Don't lie to me, because apparently you have all the time in the world to buy a bag of chips.
Right.
It's just do they think I'm dumb?
It gets me that a lot of people confront you with ridiculous shit in public places.
Yeah, people talk to me all the time about stuff. I don't even have a friendly face, really. I kind of have that like, they say resting bitch face. I got the resting dick face for sure.
They must think that you're just like easily approachable. Like, hey, this guy will fucking listen. Like
it's like what I told you about
hey,
that guy that told me about his brother.
Parking at a gas pump or bullshit.
It's unbelievable. So like I told you, my wife was sick, and out of commission sick, like really a problem. She gets sick. She's sick a lot. She catches stuff. She was on a plane. She caught something, but then she goes on steroids to get herself together. Let's talk about your wife on steroids, okay? I get home, I've worked 12 hours and I have an hour each way. 40 minutes, whatever. And I get home and this is her. Will not stop talking. I have NXT to watch. I got AEW to watch, and that's fine. But the MJF is talking. Have we talked about this already? So here's the thing. I have a car that's on lease that I'm leasing for my daughter. And in a few months, the lease is up and I'm going to buy it. Okay. Because it's not a great time to buy a car. All right. It's in 3 months, man. I'll tell you what, I can't plan for tomorrow. But in 3 months, she wants to know what the payments are going to be. She wants to know what the term is going to be. She wants to know what the interest rate is going to be for this car in 3 months. I'm like, I don't know. Get your freaking payment calculator out. And then this is all night of this conversations about, well, I don't want to. I mean, is it going to be more than it is now? I go, hon, I don't know. I don't know. Interest rates are on the rise. Well, I mean, how long of a term are we going? We're not going 36 months. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do we have to talk about this right now? We are not buying this out till April. How about we talk about it in March? How about we talk about it the first week of April? Anyway, it's her on steroids. The girl that couldn't talk for 2 days, all of a sudden, diarrhea at the mouth. You know what I mean? All right, my son, good guy, right? Hands me this thing called Wake of the Dead smelling salts and tells me to smell it last night. He goes, he's using it at the gym, he told me. By the way, my son goes to a separate gym as me. That's a great relationship, huh? So, Wake of the Dead smelling salt. So he's like, smell it, Dad. So I smell it. All right. So then the inside of my brain started melting, and my brain, and it felt like I dumped chlorine in my nose that was on fire. I'm like, what the fuck was that? He goes, oh, I didn't know it would affect you like that. I guess it was your first time. All right. Now you don't have to talk down to me, pal. All right. You knew what this was. You knew what it was the first time. You set me up to make me look bad, kid. So then he's trying to apologize. I'm like, move it along.
These kids and these inhalants, man. Like, what's going on here?
He goes, yeah, I do that right before I bench press. And boy, it really helps. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
What do you give you? Ether? What do you mean smelling salts?
He's smelling salts. I'm like, where do you even get this? Why do you have it? It's called Wake of the Dead. And it's like a
Ask him if you can purchase it in a store.
Probably.
GNC even.
Yeah, probably under the counter. So
kids out there these days doing smelling salt dope.
Not much else happening this week. Everything's been all right for the most part. I just remember I'm a happily disorganized man.
Well, that's good stuff right there. What is life without a little chaos? I mean, we are going to talk about the Rumble. This is very chaotic and very surprising. Like, the cool thing about the Rumble is there's a timer. And my God, when is the next entrance? That's all I gotta say.
As you guys can see, there's only two of us.
That's true. We it's Rumble season, so what better way to do the Rumble than hey, let's just fucking see who chimes in next. Because when we say it's your show, my God, it really is. So
More than ever.
right. I mean, I can go ahead and you know, uh chit chat a little bit.
Perfect.
Nobody ever asked me how my week is. I always have a segment, never a topic.
James, how's your week?
Oh shit. Yeah, well, so I've been in this new position at my job for about 6 months now. And the number two and number three in the store told us we were doing our jobs incorrectly. So they came in this week at 3 a.m. with us to just to help is what they called it. And on the video version, I'm doing air quotes because they didn't come in there to help. They came in there to tell us we were doing our jobs wrong. Which during the holidays, I work at a grocery store. Your numbers are kind of going to get jacked because you're bringing in pallets of flour, pallets of sugar, every fucking cake mix on the planet. Like, of course, your inventory is going to be, not everything's perfect. So they came in to show us how to do our job. Or, oh, I'm sorry. Well, we came to help because we're all a team. No, we're not. But yeah, so they were there the past 2 mornings. I got into it. Yeah. Oh, Chef James was in the kitchen stirring it up at work this week because I didn't jive with them. I work pretty hard at my job, and I know it's fucking stupid 99% of the time, but I know that I know how to do a good job there. So when I have them tell me something that's blatantly wrong, it really gets under my skin. I'm like, yeah. So I told them, I have no problem working hard. I have a big problem working stupid because I don't like that. It's inefficient. I work in a grocery store. When I see the shit piling up and they want us to have it, and I'm just like, it doesn't sell in the warehouse. We're not a fucking distribution center. Like, yeah, if it don't go on the shelf, why is it here? But yeah, and then they're just pretty much fucking up my job, and I'm just having to eat shit and learn how to like the taste. Because my immediate boss was like, "Hey, they're gonna fuck it up. We just have to let them. We just have to do what they say and just let them fuck it up." Like, so
You
I'm
know,
like, "All right,
sometimes you do have to let people hang themselves.
fucking hate it." Well, here's the thing: who's gonna fix it? It's gonna be our fault to fix it. So they're gonna fuck up my job, and they'll be like, "Oh, I guess we were wrong." Well, and then it's like gonna be my job again to fix their fuck up. Like, I hate that shit so much about this job.
It's funny you say that because I mean, I would never say I've excelled at anything, but I've always been pretty good at a lot of things. So that's what makes me a manager at where I'm at because I've never been top producer, top. I've always been really good, really good, really good, but I have a good overall. So when I see
Yeah.
someone that I know is making mistakes and blatantly making them on purpose, or just refusing to follow the process at all, I don't need to talk shit. You know why? It's gonna work itself out. It's
That's
gonna
pretty
work
much what
itself.
they tell me is like, James, I guess kind of one of those like pick your battles type of things.
Yeah, you definitely do.
But it
You
drives me
know what a person's
fucking
gonna last.
bananas, dude. Like, it really does. Like, I act like a jackass all the time outside of work, but at work, like, it's my job, man. I get a bonus and all this stuff based on performance.
Hmm.
So, like, you're fucking
I
with my
get
money
that.
because they're gonna when it comes to our rating time, they're gonna see it as, oh, well, y'all remember that you did this, and then y'all had to fix it. So that means that your performance was bad. When in reality, they're the ones that caused it. And then like, oh hey, yeah, because they're not gonna admit they fucked up. They're just gonna say that it's our fault that too much shit's back there. It was our fault,
No.
not enough shit's back there. Now it's our fault, too much shit's back there. Like that's what's gonna happen. I can foresee this because I'm pretty good at my job. I'm not 100% like on the filling out spreadsheets, bullshit like that. But when it comes to actual product management and inventory and stuff, I'm really good at it. I'm good at math, so it's easy. And they are fucking it up. And that's all I gotta say. And yeah, so that's my I'll just stick to segments. Because fuck talking about that, because this is an escape from all of that, great reality.
I look forward to
You
this
know?
all week, and that is a fact. Um, this is supposed to be fun.
It always is, man. It always is.
Listening back to last week's episode and listening to
Well, hey,
uh
man, it's Rumble season. We got the
10,
button going off.
9, 8.
Who's coming
seven,
out first? Who's going? Oh
5.
my gosh, a tag team in a row.
What is going on here? Well, I think their audio is working itself out for now. Look at these two.
There we go.
There
The little rascals are here.
I'm drunk already.
We have our first entrant into this Royal Rumble episode we're doing with Mike and Adam.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Co-host of the show, Adam and Mike.
Picked a damn good time to, glad the timer went off when it did.
That's right. We're ready.
All right. Well, I'm going to kick it back over to James because our parts are done.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hope you enjoyed them. I hope you enjoy listening to them back next week.
For real. Got some good ones in there. You'll know why I just want to stick to topics or not topics, just little segment things. That being said, welcome in Mike and Adam. As you can see on the video version, we have our first entrant into this episode. So yeah, we're gonna kick it over to you guys. How's the week been? Tell people y'all are in the same screen, all that stuff. Welcome to the show.
We getting ready to go to Atlanta. That's what we're doing.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
It's hot as hell in here, I know that. He got his computer sitting right beside this log oven. It couldn't be no damn closer. It's not even on. There ain't nothing in there. I had to make room for both of us. He brought me on the tallest mountain in Georgia. I thought he was about ready to push me off the hill or something. I said I live in the damn mountains. I'm surprised that I ain't four-wheel drive to get up here. You almost need it. So, what y'all talk about?
We're not going to repeat.
We're on the topics right now, so it's topic time.
I guess there's a lot of things going on in the WWE world right now.
Yeah, we could go.
Yeah. People coming in, people leaving. But I wanted to ask y'all about this. They had a thing about it selling or doing this or doing that. Would you guys rather let it stay the way it is now, like where it's a stockholder thing and WWE runs it being sold to a company, or it going privately again, owned by Vince McMahon or somebody?
That's a good question. Let me tell you what I think. I would not mind it being owned by Vince McMahon and a family business because I think you could take more chances.
You can get away with more.
I do not want it sold to I guess it depends on what the outside company is and what they plan on doing with it. I would be careful.
Outside could mean international.
As we know, this could all be out by the time this comes out. So kind of like last week, but that did not seem like a good option for me. And honestly, if even Disney would buy it, which I don't think is an option anymore. Is it Disney or is it Hulu Disney? You know what I mean? Like what Disney is buying it? Is it going to be on Disney Plus? Because I don't see the product.
ESPN.
I don't want to see the product. I don't want to see this product on Disney Plus. Is what I'm saying. You put it on Hulu, I might.
I feel like NBC Universal has a more of a chance than Disney.
Well, that's what you said last week, but of course, we don't know what's been said since. But there could be some kind of Middle Eastern company buying it. We don't know any of the details.
Saudi.
That was a complete RKO out of nowhere to me. I'll tell you that much.
Why don't we just put our money together and we just buy it?
There we go.
Why does he want to sell it?
Yeah, no. Why not just sit back and just count your money?
Doesn't he have it, James? I saw what you did there, but
I think he wants to, because he said around a year ago he was interviewed on McAfee's show, which kind of set up that Mania bullshit, But he did say that he was going to sell it, and he's not leaving it to like any of his kids or anything. I know he didn't go this far into detail, but he was just like, "Yeah, I'm not leaving it to him. I'm probably, I'm selling it."
It's kind of like if they earn it, I'll do it. If they don't earn it, I won't do it.
It doesn't make sense to me at 77 years old. If you're retiring at 50 and you don't want to do it, that's one thing. But he's 77, right? Am I wrong about that? 77?
Yeah.
He's got what?
78?
10 more good years left of until you're not really.
His mom lived till she was 91.
I'm not talking about living till. I'm talking about quality of life. And what are you going to do with $2 billion? What are you really going to do with it? I don't know. He's already a billionaire, right?
I bet you it sells for 8.
He's going to take the money and get buried with it.
Isn't he just leaving it to his family anyway?
Probably not.
No,
So he's gonna bury it in the coffin with him? Who else is
maybe,
left?
maybe Stephanie. You know, he ain't leaving.
Probably a couple of more non-disclosure agreements he has to pay off.
Well,
Yeah.
the suspect thing is that there is no more Stephanie McMahon. Like, why is she not there?
Because he's selling it.
But not yet.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, and if you stay on, would you get more money when the sale happens compared to jumping ship right before it happens?
I don't know the ins and I'm not
Like,
gonna
wouldn't you have a buyout or whatever they call those? Like you know?
There's no tell. He has something in place already. He has to.
This came out of nowhere, though. Did this not come out of nowhere to you?
Pretty much.
Like, it went from like he was out, Hunter's running it with Stephanie, everybody's loving it. Till I'm back. Oh, I'm selling tomorrow.
Yeah, I wonder if he's like, Bruce, god damn it, everybody likes it too much. I gotta come back and ruin it.
I will say this: we're probably not going to hear from Bruce for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll probably get real spicy for old Brucey because he's a high-ranking official, so he's going to be involved in some long meetings coming up.
Well, he wasn't doing a podcast very often when Vince was on his way out either.
True.
And
But as soon as he left, he was back on video.
every week. It was so nice to have him back. So nice to have. So we're by the way, for those at home that don't know who we're talking about Bruce Pritchard. Bruce Pritchard, one of the higher ups at WWE, and also one of the main reasons we are all together today.
Yeah, one of the biggest podcasts of all
Conrad's
time.
Conrad's first podcast,
Ever.
just to sell mortgages.
Back-to-back podcast of the year by Sports Illustrated. That's big time shit.
And honestly, no one knew who even Bruce Pritchard was.
Exactly.
But for those of you that may remember from the 80s, I Love You in the 90s. He was Brother Love.
He is Brother Love.
Anything else for you there, Mikey?
No, that's about it, I guess. We're getting ready to go to Atlanta, so we're going to have a good old time down there.
Damn right.
Even though Conrad and Eric's not going to be there, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Amazing. He had COVID. Didn't have
Hey,
COVID.
well, Conrad is hard to kill. Boom. Impact. You'll see that Friday and Saturday. Impact Fallout. Well, actually, by the time this airs, we had a fucking amazing time.
Dude, I can't believe that championship match, man. That championship match was amazing.
And
I can't believe Mercedes Moné came out and challenged Jordan Grace.
And all the luck to Mickey James.
Yep.
Yeah, and her future endeavors.
And for those ones that haven't watched yet, we're not going to spoil any spoilers for you. So, so Brad, what we got on the notes today?
Well, I mean, we got Adam up next. Adam, you got anything you want to chime in?
I don't have the outline or anything.
Well, don't worry, neither do I.
Where's your notes? Where's your
I'm
notes,
the most professional one today.
Oh, that didn't take long, James.
Oh yeah, gonna
Thanks,
walk,
Mike.
gonna do my victory lap right now. Wave to the people.
No, Mike met me at the gas station as soon as I rolled down the window. Hi, Brad lost his notes. Brad lost his notes.
Oh,
Hi.
that took
there we
about
go.
12 minutes. Now we were trying to keep a lid on that. All right. So for those of you at home, Brad, even though you may think this is a disorganized show, it absolutely is not. Okay. I take notes. I have names next to my notes. And tonight, I do not have them. I had 9 pages of notes for the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, and I don't have one of them. So this is going to be interesting. So we're going to see how Brad does on the improv.
Well,
Thanks a lot, Mike. Thanks,
thing.
Mike and Adam.
That's what we do.
No problem, Richard.
Siri just yelled at me and said, "Could you try that again?" Well, I can't. I don't have them.
Oh man.
Well, Adam, do you at least have a fucking topic?
Yeah, yesterday was rough. Yeah, I was at work. My little girl. Well, I'm getting a little serious.
Hey.
My little girl messaged me when I was at work yesterday. One of her really close friends, she feels like she just ain't been real close to her lately. So that was kind of the first thing. And then, they come to the house on Wednesdays. She said, well, can I go see Zach, her boyfriend? I said, yeah, that's fine. Be careful. I get a phone call about 20 minutes later. Dad, a deer ran out in front of me. Luckily, it didn't do too much damage, but it scared the hell out of my little girl. And then when she called to tell her mom and stepdad about it, in the background, she heard her stepdad say, what'd she do to the car? What'd you do to it this time? Didn't even ask if she was okay or not.
Oh,
And they
man.
got mad at her for calling me first instead of her.
Sometimes people react the wrong way.
All he's worried about was the insurance. It broke the plastic bumper piece on that Altima. Because you know the newer Nissan Altimas, the whole front end's made of
Very well.
plastic.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
it
do
broke
know.
the little plastic piece underneath the headlight. That's it. And her boyfriend works at a junkyard. He said, I can replace that. I'll replace for $100. Painted and replaced.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Don't have to have insurance.
Well, he was trying to tell her stepdad that. He was like, well, no, I got to claim it on my insurance now. I got to do this. I got to do that. Just making a big deal about it. It upset my daughter. So don't be surprised if I call one of y'all for bail money because somebody's toting an ass whooping right now.
We'll put it together.
Well, always
making
remember
all-
Brad's rich.
Yeah, just ask me.
Yeah.
All Brad. I would love to help you, but it would only be like $20 or $50. But just remember, if you need bail money, call Brad.
Brad's rich, living in the fun house.
Mhm.
Now, I just don't like seeing anybody making my daughter upset like that. So
I
Okay.
hear you.
stepdad don't give a shit. Sorry.
Adam, you know that I could agree with that one.
That's right.
Sorry for the language.
You good? I went in bed.
There's humans around here.
You're gonna pardon your language, this motherfucker right here next to you. Get the hell out of here, Adam.
Right.
I'm respectful.
Yeah, but you know what? Mike isn't.
This is his
My
house. He
kid.
can somebody wants to.
Where are these damn kids at? Where are these kids at, Adam?
I brought the duct tape with me.
Yep. We're good now. We're good this week.
It's really cute having you guys in the same box. You guys have your nice hats on, and
There you go.
your
We're
hat's
ready.
a little to the right there, Mike, like the little rascals.
Well, here's the thing. Some would say that Adam is an entrant into Mike's house.
There we go. He's into
And
number one.
we actually, due to a Royal Rumble type, episode type thing, we haven't really gotten into it, but I think we have an entrant into this a Royal Rumble fiasco. A friend of the show, a lady, and everybody's favorite. And I think this is the most we've ever had, like a opposite like a host. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's her
A
show.
lady
You
and a
know what I
friend.
mean? It's her show. That's all I'm saying. Live from Scranton.
Oh, so 10, 9, 8, 7. All right.
6, 5, 4,
3.
Yeah.
There she is. And look at that shirt.
Sweet shirt.
Oh,
That
What do you
is
think? You like
awesome.
it?
I love it.
I mean,
There you
I'm
go.
a friend of the show, so
And a lady.
And a lady.
You'll
lady.
really like the intro for sure.
hi guys.
So, Allison, they all know.
They all know.
Yeah.
They all know. Mike spilled the beans on air about the note situation.
Oh no!
We were gonna kayfabe it for a while. Me and James there, but Mike told everybody right away.
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't. I said, what do we have on the notes?
And then
I
Adam
didn't
goes,
know.
"Where are your notes, Brad?"
Man,
This is
I
gonna
was gonna
be-
keep your secret. You know.
Yeah, I know. I some reason messaged you right away.
I'm not that type.
I mean, I tried.
Did you
Well, I
at least
mean,
watch the women? Did you at least watch the women's Royal Rumble since we've spoke?
Of course I did.
Okay, great. Because I might need some.
I can bring mine 4 hours away.
Yes.
So James, you ready to get this party started?
I
Yeah,
guess
I agree
so.
with my notes.
Oh, I'll
Me
be
too.
damned. Somebody does that on this show. Crazy.
After driving 4 hours from my house,
Not like it was bad weather or nothing.
wasn't too bad, but I still got my notes.
Well, James, you have the outline. You can at least do the intro, right?
Yeah, when look at Adam went 4 hours with notes, and Brad can't even go 40 minutes.
Not even 40 minutes. I know exactly where they are.
You can't go 40 feet.
Oh shit. Well, hey, there is an intro every 2 minutes, so before we even get to the intro, we might as well have another one, right? Brad's
got another?
favorite.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna say friend of the show, but friend of parts of the show.
Hey.
It's Amy.
How are my friends?
Good.
And Brad.
Hi, Amy.
Oh, Mike and Adam, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
We're like Bert and Ernie over there, huh?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
How's
we're all gonna be in Atlanta this weekend.
Oh, that'll be
Yeah.
so fun. You all have
everyone,
fun.
everyone but me.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
All the
Conrad and Eric will
Southerners.
not be in attendance. So everyone but them also.
Oh.
Conrad got that 1 day COVID.
Yeah, they canceled the show Monday night.
no.
Really?
Yeah. We
I
got
did
an
not know
email
that.
Monday night saying Conrad got COVID. So best wishes.
What the shame of it is, we saw him earlier that day recording with Jeff.
It didn't hit then. It hit after.
Yeah,
Best
what a
wishes.
shame.
That's
He
what
probably
happens
just-
when you
He
record with
probably
Jeff
just
Berry.
took the test because he had to go on a plane, you know?
Yeah.
True.
Maybe
Understood.
So, maybe so.
You gotta
But we'll
take the
be at
test.
Impact, hard to kill.
So
but,
you gotta take the test when you get on your own plane.
Sure.
Well, thank you
Oh,
for being
man.
here, ladies and friends, of course. We are getting ready to James is getting ready to introduce the Rumble here.
Yeah.
Cool.
What better way than two of our favorite guests? And one likes Brad, one hates Brad. So hey, I like it too. I have
Hate's a strong
love-hate-
word.
I
Yeah.
just say I don't hate Brad.
Amy doesn't
One
hate
hates
me.
Brad, one just dislikes Brad.
Strongly
Well,
dislike.
You know what? Yes, because I feel like I come up a lot on the show. Like anytime anybody tries to ask questions about a game or anything, he gets all, "Oh, you gonna be like Amy?" I was like, I don't think that's fair.
Amazingly, I've never come up on the Paul and Water Dave show once.
Well, maybe one day. Maybe one day.
So yeah, it's one-sided. That's fine. It's a one-sided feud.
But hey, what better way to kick it off than I guess with the ladies, because we're talking about the ladies Royal Rumble, and obviously we all believe it was long overdue. But I remember watching it, and I actually enjoyed watching this back, multiple times this week, because sometimes we cover matches that are dog shit, but this one's actually really good and really fun, and I enjoyed and I can get into all that later, but a women's Royal Rumble, long overdue and really awesome. Like, it was a really good one. That being said, it was the very first one. It took place at Royal Rumble 2018 at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Oh,
Had an attendance of
go
17,629. Match length of pretty much right at 59 minutes. And Meltzer gave this one 3 1/4. But, that's pretty much all that. But
Is that soft or what?
oh,
I'm like totally distracted. Adam, how long has your hair gotten?
How long?
You're trying to impress Allison Faye, aren't you?
Okay.
I think so.
That
He knows I love that hair.
I know. It's almost like a AJ Styles. Like we're getting there, like AJ Styles.
that bus left the station a while back.
They don't want none. They don't want none. That's another good theme. Shout out.
Oh, how come y'all didn't say Finn Balor when you talk about the themes?
Man, that is a
That's
good
my
one.
ringtone right there.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
We
It's
knew
mine
there would be some. We knew
That is
there'd
a
be
good
some for
one.
sure.
Man.
I was like, Finn Balor's my ringtone too.
I need
I
to
love
get back
that.
to those ringtones.
I
did
know.
like my glorious one, and I did like my Shinsuke one. I even did
Yeah.
I did have Randy Orton ones too. I forgot that I did that.
But you
I'm still
know,
a tag rider. Woo, woo, woo.
I'm telling you, I keep my phone on silent, so I don't know why I even
There you
have any ringtones anymore.
That's true too.
I'll say shout out to Finn Balor's 18 pack that he has on his chest, or his abdomen.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Jesus, dude, that dude's
Yes.
fucking stacking bricks, man. That
Yeah.
dude's
Keep on going.
cut.
From
I'm
next
surprised any of the women has noticed his abs.
You
Yeah.
see that in person,
Take that
and
back.
then it's hard to talk after that. So I told that story.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if his trunks get any smaller, I mean, he'd be smuggling grapes.
There it is. Yeah, definitely the way he enters that ring, huh? It's like, woo,
Yeah.
hello, got it.
He likes to show it
I
off.
wish I had $1 for every time I heard Brandy talking about them.
So anyway, yes, talking about the Women's Royal Rumble today. First thing I want to ask, and I'm going to go ahead to some of our guests first, if that's okay, guys.
Oh yeah.
Allison Faye, since you were the first one on, do you think that this first Women's Royal Rumble was the main event because it was the main event of this night? Okay. Unlike, do you think it was because it was the first Women's Royal Rumble, or do you think it was because of the surprise guest that we will not mention at the end of the show?
I think it was because of the surprise guest.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
I agree.
I wish it wasn't, but it is. It was.
I did not expect you to say that. Because
It
I
pains
don't
me.
agree.
It pains me to say it, but yes, because I know the lengths that they went to.
Okay. All right.
So Brad, why are you wrong? Because you are wrong on this. So why do you think it was?
I think it is because it was the first ever. I really do. I don't think it'll happen again.
It
But I
could
think
be a little bit bold.
because it was the first ever, and it was a really big deal. Which brings me to
No, who won the first ever women's Money in the Bank?
Carmella.
Ellsworth, I believe, was the one.
Oh, that was true.
Oh,
Who wasn't Santina one of the first women? Whatever. I mean, it was the main event because you don't debut Ronda Rousey in the middle of the show and then
Man, I just didn't
trot
expect that
everybody
answer.
off and do another match.
But I like when we all don't agree. Amy, let me ask you though. So we all right. First off, James, who the heck is this ring announcer?
Maria Menounos.
All right. So she introduces special commentator. She introduces special commentator Stephanie McMahon.
Yes.
Stephanie at this time, and he's actually, I think, a heel at the time, and actually is a commissioner type character at this time. I know we don't see her much anymore. Definitely not anymore. But she kind of comes out of character here. Did you like the emotion she showed and that she kind of came out of character for this special event?
I liked everything.
Yeah, I did, because I'm sure that is something that, she has been wanting for a long time too. And so I thought it was very appropriate for her to be out there for this first Women's Royal Rumble. Because like I said, a woman in the wrestling business is I'm sure a very, very difficult job. And so, yeah, I did like the emotion. I did like her kind of out of character. I liked her enjoying it, instead of trying to put on airs as a heel. So I liked that she was just out there enjoying herself and enjoying the Royal Rumble.
Absolutely. So, Mike, we have an entrance here by one and only Alexa Bliss. Anything to say about her, Mike? Anything you'd like to say about Alexa Bliss?
I can say a lot about Alexa Bliss.
Well, let's go ahead and say it.
There are ladies.
We got nothing but time here.
There are ladies present, Mike. So
Mike moved the laptop with no hands.
That's it. That's all you gotta say.
Hand check. Hand check.
All right.
And after going back to her little gothic Bray Wyatt style, that's even better. I'm in heaven right now when I watch Raw.
James, we have Charlotte come out now as well. So now we have the two world champions out there.
Correct.
Not gonna pretend like I remember which one was which at this very moment. I may have it written down somewhere.
Charlotte was SmackDown.
Okay. So do you think that Charlotte and Alexa were somewhat upset that they weren't in this Rumble and were champs at the time and couldn't participate?
I would be upset that I had to sit there for an hour and watch this match. Like, they could have had them both come out at the end, after the winner was announced, and then, obviously special guest after that. But the fact that they just have to walk down there and sit in that chair, and they're probably getting yelled at by fans the whole time, they are, and just like sit there and just watch. But if you notice, Alexa carried the belt over her shoulder. Charlotte had it, around her waist, and then undid it and put it over her shoulder.
So you don't think they just want them to be a bigger part of the show?
I mean, I understand that, but I'm just saying, their perspective is like, I just got to walk out there and sit for an hour. Like, they're not on commentary, they're not on any of that. They're just chilling.
It was their way of putting them in it.
Yeah, I get that, but I bet they wish they would have just came out after.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know why they're there. I understand why they're there. I get that.
And if you notice too, with Alexa, when she has a belt, it's like 2 feet shorter than the original belt.
It's a petite belt.
Yeah,
she's definitely petite.
She definitely has a custom-made belt.
I bet she does. There, Mike. What else do you want to tell me about her?
Look at how happy Mike is, man.
Hey,
Smiling
Alexa
like-
Bliss.
Oh,
Did you guys hear the show where Mike said that she was one of the most influential performers of 2022 when she was on probably 4 months of the year? What a bullshit answer that was.
That's it. That's
We're
all she
all
needs.
finding people that grew with the company, got better, had an office. He's like, my girl, Alexa Bliss.
Wrestled
like,
5 times. Yeah.
I want to go home. This is getting weird.
You're gonna going home, Adam. I don't know
Weird.
why I use that transition because it's nothing but I'm gonna say. But all right, so the first two entrants into the Rumble are Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. If you were gonna, was it better to go with the current stars here, and why were these two women the right two to start the show?
Because Charlotte wasn't out there.
And
Okay.
yeah, they were.
What
They
I
were
say
top
about the long? What I say about the longer answers tonight, huh?
they were top stars. So I mean, they're going to be somebody that's going to go a long way. So why not put them in first and let them keep on going? And
They
let
had the
fans do what
ability.
they want.
They had the ability to have longevity. They had the ability to keep the audience's attention. And let's be honest, it's the first Women's Royal Rumble. You want somebody in the ring at the beginning who's gonna stay, who's going to continue to eliminate people, who's going to continue to draw the attention.
Agreed.
If you
Definitely.
put in veterans at the beginning, you've got new fans who may have no idea who they are.
Same thing.
So people may be disinterested right from the beginning.
Mhm.
Really?
And I think Sasha and Becky both have they have flashy entrances, like
Absolutely.
that gives them a great way to really start the Rumble off. You hear Sasha's music. She has the whole kind of dance. She comes out with her jewelry. She had the
Mhm.
Wonder Woman thing going. I mean, I think that, and just like Allison Faye said, having all of that, uh, having all that longevity, you want to see people who are current. They're kind of locking up, and then again, you have their kind of special entrances to
Mhm.
kind of again get the crowd going.
So the third entrance in the Rumble is Sarah Logan. Sarah is now back in the WWE. Allison Faye, do you think this is a character that didn't quite click at first, or was it working with Riot Squad? She left for a while. Do you think she has a chance to do better now, become more of a main eventer?
I always liked Sarah Logan. I think I don't know if I liked her with Riot Squad, but I don't know. I think I don't know how to answer that question, honestly.
I think she has potential to be a top star.
Say that again, Mike.
She has potential to be a top star.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely. She's got skill. So
mean-
I'm glad to see her. So
I think though they got to get away from this real life Viking thing. I understand
that is her thing, though, right?
well,
it is her.
well, I do understand that, but I mean, we all know Devin likes, Pepsi Nitro, but I don't expect him to dress up like that and be that Pepsi Nitro character. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, it's okay
I
to like
agree.
something, but I just don't know. I love when they were War Raiders. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I know I
They
can't
can't have
have.
the word war in WWE though.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I know I can't have that back, but I mean, I would have been okay with her being just kind of a bad bitch with the guys in a War Raiders. But the Viking thing, it just is almost too berserker. You know what I'm saying? Almost.
They take it too far.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard to. I don't know. It's just really hard to buy into that.
But to
I
be
think
fair,
she's good. I think she's good, and I love, them. They've been kind of strapped with kind of a weird character.
Definitely.
be fair though,
Could you compare that to when Daniel Bryan was doing the whole Earth gimmick type thing?
No, because that's
No,
him too. That is him. You're right.
I'd compare that to Nikki Cross. I miss
Okay.
Nikki Cross of Insanity.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like anything else she's done.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Mike.
I like them usually more in NXT than what they end up having to do when they get up there.
So this next one I do have from memory, Mike. All right. So we have
Ooh.
Mandy Rose as the next entrant. Blonde Mandy Rose, James. I know that's what you prefer. Anyway, Mike, do you think Mandy Rose made more money with her Royal Rumble payoff or her first night after she was let go with
Oh,
WWE?
the first night.
The first 6 hours.
Yeah.
That was some
First
low
night
hanging
I go.
fruit.
Is that just? Are you talking about just what you all paid, or are you just talking about in general?
Yeah.
I get
I
mine
just want
free.
to
I won't
clarify.
pay for that crap.
I just want to clarify.
So a little inside baseball there. For those of you at home that maybe aren't following this Mandy Rose thing and aren't wrestling fans, Mandy Rose was let go by the WWE because of her fans only site, had some nudity on it, of course. So after she was
Of
let go
course.
let go for it,
Had a
apparently
little.
made $60,000 her first night, and in the first week made $500,000, and then I think about a week ago was to date was over $1 million. For, as Conrad would say, swimming around in her pool. So anyway, so very interesting there. So the next entrance, number 5, is Lita. Now, Adam,
Big
why was
pop.
she-
Big pop when
big
she
pop.
came out.
Yes.
why was she the right legend to bring out first?
She's hot as
Well, she kind of
Everything?
put my answer too, but she was, Team Extreme. She was one of the legit wrestlers because she went to Japan. She went to Mexico. She was one of the legit, from back then. And the fact that she had wrestlers wrote down on her arm was probably the coolest part of the whole Royal Rumble. The
And
people
let's
that
all-
come in there, like China and stuff.
And actually have Stephanie, by the way, mention China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like there's a history there, of course, but it was, I don't want to get sappy here, but a little heartwarming to hear it, that she was giving recognition to someone that, maybe was not her best friend for a while.
And you have to do that for this women's Royal Rumble though, like bygones be bygones and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But
fact that she did it- The fact that
Because
she
of-
acknowledged her is big, but
Yeah.
it's nice that she did it because China really was like a pioneer.
But you
Right.
know what's really interesting is that China and Beth Phoenix have both been in a Royal Rumble. They didn't need the women's Royal Rumble to be included.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And,
So,
and Nia's
but-
hat.
but I do
What about
agree,
Nia?
James. It was very nice. I mean, you really do need to include her when talking about anything about
Anything.
evolution and anything with pro wrestling. I have to say this real quick. I'm going to have to leave pretty soon because I've got to go do the other podcast, the Pondwater Dave Show. Comes out at 6:05 on Monday. If you all are interested in watching, do you have any games or anything that we can play real quick, Brad? I just want to make sure I don't miss anything fun with you.
We actually are not doing the games tonight. We were just going to kind of stick with the
course.
Rumble. No
Really?
Mary kills or anything like that.
We're not going to
Yeah.
ask if I shit on you or you shit on me. Who likes that better? I mean, that's
Well,
Hey,
we want to be
that's-
respectful for the women, but
that wasn't a bit much. That was a bit much for me. That was me. That was a bit much.
I have to listen to you all either
Have
in my
to.
car.
Have to.
No. Listen to the whole statement, Bradley. I said I have to listen to you all either in my car
oh dear
or
God.
in my ear. I cannot listen to you all at work, and just because of that kind of stuff that kind of comes up, and I have to hear about how number one, Jason Statham. I'd do all 3. I'd kill all the other 2, and I'd marry. I'm just saying.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay. I mean, I heard like I said, I listened to it. And
That
so,
accent. Oh
yes,
boy.
yes. And that he is sexy. He is sexy.
That's
And that accent, you're right. But I do listen to you all. But like I said, I have to kind of hide it because I just never know whenever that is going to be a question that the whole group has to answer. And then you
Yeah.
bring in wives, and it was just kind of like,
Hey,
I noticed you haven't done
not
that
happy.
yet.
Not happy over here. Trust me on that one.
Did you not know that before you asked the question?
What's she
I'm
doing?
just
Where
curious.
does she get off coming in the room?
Oh, okay, whatever.
Oh, Brad, you're not helping yourself here.
Never do.
He
Never
never
do.
does. He never,
Never do.
does. That's why.
If it comes to sink or swim, Brad's got
digging,
anchor.
buddy.
That's all I'm saying.
Now,
I
Amy,
mean-
before you go, I just want to let you know, Money Mike, we were talking with him the other night, and he goes, guys, I just want to let you know, and he's so polite and doesn't curse, nothing. He goes, I do still listen to you, but
Oh
unfortunately,
crap,
on the
he
work,
don't curse.
I have to
Bullshit.
listen to you on headphones. I'm like, it's okay, Mike. Appreciate you listening, pal. Thought he was mad at us, really. He didn't ask questions for
No,
like 12
he
weeks.
drops a couple of bombs every now and then.
Every so often.
Well,
That's
he
so funny when he
apologizes.
does.
He
Yeah.
apologizes
It's
for
so
it.
funny when he does.
I mean, he is hanging out at a strip club every time he talks to us.
Why do you keep
True.
saying that?
Have you seen where it comes in from the
strip
Zoom
club,
from?
whatever.
Yeah. Have you ever
I
seen him
mean-
if he's not at home, he's at a strip club.
I mean,
can't do
let's
this
be
to
real
Money
here.
Mike, I
There's
can't.
neon lights in the background. He has to
I
go
hear you.
outside to make these phone calls. You know, a lot of places you aren't allowed to have a video, of all this stuff.
Guys,
Women come out and pay him their
This ain't
dues.
me.
He,
This ain't me.
I saw it. There,
He's doing their taxes. I bet he's probably doing their
he's
taxes.
tutoring them,
He-
all right?
yeah.
He's probably tutoring them.
I
He's
can
tutoring
definitely
them
see
in
him
their
trying
tutoring.
not to put their money on taxes. I think is what you're
He's
trying to
probably
do.
encouraging them how much needs to be. Now, of this 100, this how much needs to go to taxes.
This is how
He's
much
probably
goes to
maybe-
me.
he's probably
And then
babysitting their
you
kid.
know,
Brad, just throw the
Exactly.
notebook.
I'm
Do Adam's
sorry.
thing. Throw
You
the
have a
notebook.
notebook. You have a notebook. Adam keeps like flicking his hair. Like it's very distracting. Like
it's the
Do you
coast
see
swoosh.
now? See?
yes,
This
it's,
is what I'm talking about.
it's the AJ style. I'm telling you, I was not aware.
He's doing it on purpose.
I think
It's in
so.
the hour, he help it.
I think so. I think so. Do you have
I will
anything else for me, Brad?
No, that's. I mean, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to stay in a good mood. Okay.
Oh well, I got a few more minutes. I bet I could ruin that. No.
Right?
This is the best.
Oh, is it?
Okay,
Hey,
well, I got one.
I bet you can't, Amy. I bet you can't do it.
Well,
I
no,
got
I
one
was going to
thing.
ask you, who do you all think's going to win the Royal Rumble? Do you got picks?
Yeah, Braun Breaker.
That,
You think
that's
Braun
not-
Breaker?
No.
it's
I
not
wish
gonna be.
it'd be cool.
If he would have
but
lost last night, maybe, or a week ago to last
Cody
night.
Rhodes, we all know it's going to be Cody Rhodes.
Do you think he's
That's
going
my
to show up
guess.
at Royal Rumble, or do you think it's because they're advertising him? So
I
why
bet you
not
it's
have a
Cody.
surprise?
Yeah.
It's Cody.
It would have to be.
But I mean,
Well,
if,
who-
unless
Cody or Seth
wins the
Rollins?
unless
women's
WWE
one,
gets
though?
sold and maybe it's not.
Good point.
Yeah.
I
mean-
know. That was not on our bingo card. I don't know about
No.
y'all.
That's how Jim Duggan for all we know once he gets sold.
That's true.
There's still plenty of time.
But anytime.
That's true.
I
That's
don't
true.
want it to be Cody now, just because it's so obviously Cody, right?
Mhm.
I think it'd be Stone Cold.
Oh, dude.
Freaking
Oh,
now the walls
I mean-
are now white at freaking and James house over
you're
there.
damn right they would.
What are the odds that Rock would show up to continue that story
I
with
think it's either Cody or old Dewey.
I
Yeah.
hope they're all there.
Oh Dewey?
Dewey.
Yeah,
Young
yeah,
Rock,
we're on a
right?
first name basis, me and Dewey. You know,
That's pretty cool.
right?
I
I
just
gave him that
wonder.
territories idea. I just
The
don't
douche.
approve.
You did. You better got some. I hope you got some royalties from that because that
didn't.
was a
Eric
damn good
Bischoff
idea.
showed me.
I love it.
I think Johnny Gargano will win it.
Johnny
Sorry.
Jobber.
I would be thrilled if somebody weird won it, but I'm not who they're trying to impress.
Right.
Big
E.
Right.
Huh? What if old Etor comes back? I miss Big E though. I just want to
Oh, I
say.
love the yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
bless
my
his
God.
heart. All right. Well, as always, at least for the most part, I love talking to y'all, hanging out.
Love you,
It
lady.
It was fun having you. Thanks for coming back.
Yes,
Hey,
thank you so much. Next time I'll be able
Amy,
to come
Put yourself
longer.
over one more time. You and your show. Put it over. one
Oh,
more time.
yes, I do a show with Pondwater Dave and Justin Davis. We are the Pondwater Dave Show. It
They
comes out
do?
on Monday at 6:05. We
Or
just
sometimes
talk
Sunday.
sometimes Sunday. Yes, if Dave is getting if he's really rocking them out, he can get it all together because he does the editing and all that good stuff. We have a good time today. Obviously this month, Royal Rumble is a very popular topic. I'm sure we will touch base on the whole thing, which was really funny. A couple of weeks ago, we did our New Year's episode and I asked him some questions. And one of the questions was, do you think Vince McMahon will come back in 2023?
Isn't that amazing?
And everybody was like, no, I think, and so now we will be discussing that, I'm sure, of everything that has been going on. And we have a great time. We'd love for, you all to give us a listen, 5-star review, tell us what you like, what you don't like. And, there might be some crossovers, we do enjoy y'all.
A
So
megasode?
maybe so.
There's one person on this show that would be a big fan of that one.
Oh,
Big
okay.
fan.
Okay.
He may have told
Okay.
Palmwater Dave in a drunken stupor the other night how awesome it would be.
Well, good. Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure that could definitely be arranged.
That would be.
I think
so
that would be fun. You all have fun. I cannot wait to hear about your weekend and all the events that you get to do. That's going to be super fun.
Oh.
Try to keep Mike out of jail, right, Mike?
Yes,
Yes,
that
please.
will.
True.
You stay out of
I'll go.
jail.
I'll be their wingman.
There we
Okay,
go.
you being their
Good.
wingman, Adam. I don't know. You're going to be busy. I think you're going to be getting hit on.
That's right.
You
Just
keep
that.
flipping.
Hey, I'll take
flicking
Adam's
that hair.
scraps all day. All day.
Y'all are so
Rush
silly.
them on over to me, you know?
Y'all are so silly. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, sweetie.
All right, so apparently I can stay on track here. It's not that hard.
We're at entry number 4.
So Kyrie, no, I just finished Lita.
We finished
right?
Lita.
So that was number
We're on
5,
Lita.
correct? So
Lita's
now,
5.
So I have to say that I did notice that Becky and Sasha were kind of looking at her like starstruck for a few minutes there. And I guess why wouldn't they? They probably looked up to her at a time. She has done part of the women's revolution for sure. At a time when another entrant that we'll see later comes out. But I want to mention that the next entrant was Kairi Sane, the winner of the Mae Young Classic, comes in there and basically cleans house. Adam, of course, I'm going to go to you on this one because of being an in-ring performer and an in-ring performer that she is.
Oh.
Is she believable enough to be out here cleaning house like this?
In Japan, yeah.
I didn't say that.
And well, let me finish, jackass.
Okay. Please do.
Would you just read your notes while I'm talking?
I love you.
So in Japan, yeah, but I mean, I think it's just the simple fact that she just won the Mae Young Classic. If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be believable. But I can't remember who all she beat in that tournament.
Oh, I don't remember either. My goodness.
I
5 years
Rhea
ago.
Ripley. I think she beat Rhea Ripley.
Man, you got that Georgia internet going on over there for sure. So let's go ahead and move on from that.
Hey,
So like I said-
hey, though. I wanna
Sorry.
say about this Kairi Sane thing. You say that in a condescending tone, Brad, but
I am not condescending. I just like to put it all in
commentary
perspective.
put her over pretty heavy. Even Stephanie, and it was like, hey, she's gonna be one of the future stars, blah blah blah. So
Is she?
I mean, she is the
5 years from
DVD.
now. 5 years from now, what's going on?
I don't know.
She is the first New Japan Women's Champion.
Is it a language barrier in America?
I think that has a lot to do with it.
There's no language barrier in wrestling.
Then why
you know-
isn't
If you're tra-
Shinsuke
you're trained
Nakamura
right.
the champion? Then why isn't Shinsuke the champion?
If you're trained right.
I don't agree with that
Did
at all.
did the buzzer
I think
go
the
off
mainstream
again?
audience demands. a
So
certain,
in wrestling, there is no language barrier, but for the audience, there sure is.
thank you.
Yes, I was saying, there we go. She said it perfect.
Oh yeah.
5,
Hey, our entry
four,
buzzer went off again. We have
3,
another one.
2, 1. There she is.
Brooke!
Brooklyn?
How are you?
Thank you for having me on. It is once again truly an honor.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and see you, Brooke.
Hi,
It's always good to have
Adam.
you.
Hey, Adam, I've never seen you without like your hat on.
There it is.
It
I
is
like
weird,
it.
right?
I like the swoosh.
The swoosh. That's what I kept calling it the coast swoosh.
It's the swoosh. Back in high school, that's all I used to see.
The coast swoosh. People on the coast do that.
So as you guys can see at home, we have a little theme going on here. That is
Yeah.
Rumble season, so we have some entrants of our own. Okay, if you
Oh,
guys.
yeah, it's Women's Royal Rumble, man. Why not?
So far, Amy's already been knocked out. She was the first woman knocked out. No surprise here. No surprise here.
I knew that was going.
I bet you'll say that to her. Yeah.
Now we have Brooke in the house. And Brooke, let me so let's move along here. We're at number 7 in the Rumble right now, and it is
Right.
Tamina.
How does she still have a job?
Well, this
And
is
she's
5
not
years
in
ago.
Brooke,
What exactly is Tamina missing? She seems like she has everything working for her. What is it that's not connecting with the audience?
I don't think she has the personality. I think she's like,
Look at
I don't
me.
know, dry paint would be funner to watch than her. I just don't know. It's just the charisma. The personality's not there for me.
I was
When,
pretty.
when she does get on the mic, she just don't have it. Like it's
Mm-mm.
just there.
I'll tell you
Nah.
what. I
Be a
watched the,
heel
Go ahead.
She
I'm
could
sorry.
be a heel or a face, and you wouldn't know the difference with her.
Agree.
Pretty much.
If any of you watched the show WWE Rivals, she was on the panel. I thought she came off great. I thought she looked great. I think, does anybody think maybe she has a future in commentating?
Or that or coaching.
No.
I think she could coach.
I think she could coach. I agree.
Yeah.
She's got skill,
Or
but she
mentor.
just has no personality.
Coach, is she good enough of a wrestler to coach?
It's kind of like the female version of Albert.
Prince Albert or Bonsai? Which one are we talking about?
Matt Bloom.
That was a joke.
I talked about
Bad one. That was a callback.
Hey, hey.
All right, so Tamina doesn't last long for this match. Neither does Mandy Rose, which is very surprising to see now. How much of a big star Mandy Rose has become, and then she's out pretty quick in this one. We have a lot of high flying moves by Lita, a twist of fade, and off the top. Now our next entrant is Dana Brooke.
Again, how does she still have a job?
Boom. Well, I was going to ask James. You think she could be the next member of Toxic Attraction?
Oh no,
Mike.
Dye her hair black.
She could be, as long as she's not the leader.
Well, let me ask you a question. Were you guys thrilled about Mandy Rose at this time?
Nah, she was definitely, you could tell she was greener than goose shit. She was just getting going, really. Like, for this type of, because she came out and still did her, like, a little, I don't know. I really think NXT, she came into her own. Granted, she dyed her hair, which, whatever. But, she came into her own, in NXT. And then, of course, yeah.
I'll tell you, the comments that I heard about Mandy Rose at this time were not about her wrestling.
Very true.
And a lot of times they're still not.
Correct.
So,
Even current day, it came full circle.
Yeah.
So the next person to come in is Tori Wilson. Is Billy Kidman the luckiest man in the world, or is it just me?
One of them, for sure. Hey, Tori Wilson's good. Follow on Instagram. That's all I'm going to say about that.
So
still a good
Allison, do you like this way of doing things? Like one legend leaves, another one comes in, one legend leaves, one legend comes in the Royal Rumble?
Absolutely.
What is about that works?
Just that I like the idea of the legends overall. I love the idea. It pulls at your heartstrings, the nostalgia. You're pleasing both fans. You're pleasing the old fans, the new fans, and it gives everybody a chance to learn a little history at once as well. So why not do it? And if you're removing a legend, automatically bring another one in right away.
Right. And I just think it gives them their flowers as well.
Oh, of course.
And they didn't have 30 women to do it. So you got to bring in some legends.
They did not have 30 women. They still don't. They still don't.
They don't.
No.
All right. So who was the next entrant? I don't even remember.
Sonya Deville.
Huh? Yeah, Sonya Deville. So Chemung, New Jersey's own Sonya Deville. I used to take the kids to a little lake over in Chemung, New Jersey. It's called the Tea Lake. It's brown water. It's actually
one of my favorite musicians of all time.
Cedar water.
Used to say
Chemung. So I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you, Mike, what do you think? Do you think that
Put your hair up and square up.
do you think that
I
Sonya
sure do.
Deville was better in this absolution, or do you think she's better in like an authority role, or kind of just like a badass role? Is he frozen
Oh, yeah.
and muted and with marbles in his mouth? What are we doing?
No roll. I'm right here. Can you not hear me?
Man, now I'm doing the
Absolution.
best
The answer is
ventriloquist song.
absolution. Hey, absolution.
Absolution, Adam. Mike, what did you think?
Hey.
I don't like her on my screen at all.
Bam.
Brooke, are you a fan of her? Because you've been 0 for 2 with what we've talked about so far.
There's not. I will give her, when she did the general manager thing, it gave her a little bit of a personality. Now I think she's kind of, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the women during this Royal Rumble, when I used to see them live and wrestle, I would always call them like the popcorn matches. And that's what I feel like with this Royal Rumble. It's just, I don't think there were enough names. And Sonya Deville, I feel she's kind of You can forget about her easily.
I agree. I agree.
Take off my screen, don't bring her back.
So then we have Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan at this time
It felt
part of the
real
Riot
fast
Squad.
too. It felt like they were just like on a legit every 2 minutes. It was like bam, next one, bam. Yeah. Like the one would come in, do like a series of moves maybe, and then boom, right after that. With the men's that at 2 or 3 minutes seems like
We call that the Brad break. It's 90 seconds in between.
Nice.
And when you're trying to watch it and keep up with it and talk about it at the same time, it's even quicker. So that being said, Liv Morgan. Now, I wanted to ask you on this, James. Liv Morgan has been champion since then. At the time, she was probably the most inexperienced one of the Riot Squad. At least that's what I've heard on podcasts and stuff. What did you think of her run as champion?
Well, first I want to. This isn't as bad as it sounds, ladies. But my notes I took when she came out, Liv was incredibly sexy back then. I always liked her sexiness with Riot Squad. I think she looked way hot with the suspenders and all that stuff. Woo, yeah, roll tide when she was with the Riot Squad. But and it kind of I know she tried to like be out there with her appearances and attire and all that stuff when she became champion and in this like Money in the Bank stuff. But when I started coming out in that, I was like, hello, like you can do all the bedazzle bullshit you want to on your eyes and all that stuff. Yeah, whatever. Like, but this was simple. I don't know. Like her title thing was cool. She was one of the mainstays of this year, but I don't think it really clicked. And Chucky killed her. You always got to remember that.
He did.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And Chucky's not going anywhere. He'll be back next year, 100%.
Oh, well, I mean, hell, he argued with Scott Steiner 20 years ago, and now he's fucking, killing Liv Morgan. So, hey, Chucky's eternal.
So next entrant is Molly Holly. Molly Holly is someone. I'm going to let Allison Faye, I want you to talk about this because she is someone women look up to her. Other women wrestlers look up to her. Why?
Another big pop, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have a.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm going to have a controversial opinion. I was never a fan of Molly Holly.
Ouch. Never know. Never know. You heard it here.
It was a straight lace stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was it. She was a good wrestler, but I never got into her characters. I just couldn't.
Brooke, you're like straight laced,
I actually
Was this your relatable?
Yeah, like I liked her when she did the Spike Dudley stuff when they were a little couple, and I thought she was a great wrestler. I don't know. I think she was pretty good.
Really good talent. Hey, she does that little front flip, whatever thing on Sasha in this match too.
Yeah,
So
somebody needs to.
I don't think there's anything more disturbing than when Molly Holly gets her head shaved. That was happening, and she was getting cut, and it hurt. And what I like about her is not necessarily like she does a great flip off the top here in this match. But what I really like about her is that she'll
Molly go round. The Molly go round.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
Thank you.
And she words thank
I'm
you
sure you
to
had that in your
Sasha
notes.
after she gets up.
Yeah, I might have had that in my notes, Adam. Thank you for
Sure
bringing
you
it up again. So, but I do like that she'll do anything to be legitimate.
She did get her head shaved.
Yeah. Welcome to the party.
No way.
Thanks for joining.
She was
You
still
guys are
rocking
in the
them.
same room, right? You guys are in the same room right now?
Yeah.
She was trained by Dean Malenko in Finley. They definitely mentioned that on commentary.
Definitely.
Like she's been gone for a while, and when she comes back, they're like, she's trained by Dean Malenko in Finley. I'm like, that's weird. Like, welcome back. You know who trained her? Like,
Dean Malenko and Philly.
I think she was trained by.
All right. So next entrant is
Hold on. Before you have the next entrance.
Yeah.
Brooke, she eliminated me. I gotta go.
Oh shit!
Where are you
Here
going?
we go.
I had to do it.
I gotta go. It's kid night, so I gotta go.
There you go.
Sorry,
Well,
guys.
thank you for joining us.
Oh yeah.
Hey, tell little man hi and everything.
I will.
Hey, and you've been on the show the most.
I'm not
Hey,
sad. I'm just disappointed.
Well, hey, next time tell me I'm staying the whole time. You said it was a run-in.
I said stay as long as you like.
So this was 45 minutes.
This was enough.
A good long time. All right, guys. Love you all.
See
Oh,
ya.
Bye,
yeah.
darling. Love you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Good job, Brooke.
I'll try. I'll try.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so let's talk
Sorry,
about
guys.
let's talk about Lana. Lana
Oh.
is the next entrance.
Rusev Day. Rusev Day. It was
All
a
right, so-
loud Rusev Day chant when she
So
came
then,
out.
James, since you're the one that brought it up, we'll go to you. Why did the WWE not get behind Rusev Day?
I don't know. I thought it was awesome. Oh, what's his bucket? Me and Jesse, like when we started getting back into wrestling, we called him Edgar Allan Shakespeare. What's his name? The guy that would come out with him and be like, "It's Rusev
Aiden
Day."
English.
Aiden English, Matt Reenwald.
Aiden English, that was his name. Yeah,
Yeah, he's still around. He's an Impact. You'll probably see him this weekend when you're there.
I'll be there.
Also
No, we
the
did see him this weekend.
also the husband of the Guerrero daughter.
Yeah, but Eddie Guerrero's daughter. And I'm going to tell you, you want to talk about a mismatch.
What?
Yeah, you're talking about out kicking your coverage.
That's what I was about to say.
I think he's a pretty charismatic guy. Aiden English. I think they could have done more. I don't think he had the look that our Vince McMahon would want.
Yeah, but Rusev Day was so sick, dude. They used to get like the loudest cheers. He would come out and do the little, cut a soliloquy, and then Rusev Day, and then Rusev Day, and then they like show the graphic on the screen.
So I was there that night. I was there this night, and I'm telling you,
Before us.
the Rusev Thing Day was big, real big, and I have a Rusev Day shirt. What'd you say?
That's exactly what Lana said. It was real big.
So do you think this is the best version of Lana, Brooke?
No, I thought the best version of her when she had those little suits and when she first came out with them, I thought she was on point. But this, why did they make her wrestle? We didn't need that.
So you like her as a manager?
I want the accent back.
Manager, she was great, but
The
wrestling,
Russian accent.
it was like if I went out there. Come on, guys.
What would be wrong with you?
I flinch a lot. I'm not good. I wouldn't do well.
Flinch a
You
lot
try to
too.
hit
I'm
me,
not
I
out there
flinch.
either. All right. So next entrant is an interesting one. It is another legend, but it's funny. We say legend. These women are not old. Okay. This is Michelle McCool. Michelle McCool's in her late 30s, I think. We're not talking about old ladies here. When you talk about legends with the WWE, they're in their 50s. They're in their 60s. They're in their late 30s. So Michelle McCool was part of the Diva Search. We talked about this on our women's series. Adam, is it fair to say that she is a total badass and they were lucky to get her?
Oh, 100%.
Hey, she had a bunch of crosses on her attire too, and
Was Undertaker
Taker-esque.
She is actually.
The crowd did chant, Undertaker a bunch when she first came out there.
Do you think something like that hurts them? If you with her coming out and them chanting Undertaker, does that not take away from her being in the ring?
Well, but she didn't become famous because of that.
No, she didn't become famous because of that, but everybody knew.
Yeah, that wasn't the place or the time to chant Undertaker.
Well, I mean, there's another entrant
They're gonna do
later
what they're gonna
that
do, right?
they chant her spouse at the time's name way loud.
Yeah. Yes, you're right on that.
Yeah.
So at this point in the match, we still have Becky in there and we still have Sasha in there.
Brad, she was 38. Michelle McCool was 38.
What was that
in
face,
that
Brooke?
Royal Rumble.
And Brooke, are you
He was
fans
like,
of either?
Brad said we still had Becky and Sasha, and you were like,
who do you like, Brooke?
not a
like?
Sasha fan, huh?
I'm
She's
not
not
a
a fan of
Sasha
anyone.
fan. Sasha, no.
Are you a Bailey fan, Brooke?
What's that?
Are you a Bailey fan?
I like her new character. I didn't like her with the whole little.
Oh,
The hug? You didn't like the hugger?
I didn't like the hugging. I thought that was.
Brooke, my God, who are you right now?
So who do you
y'all
like?
don't want to know the real me. You probably.
Who do you like? Who is your favorite female wrestler right now?
Right now, I like Britt Baker.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent
Yeah.
answer.
I like Britt. Yeah.
So it was a week ago at this time now, but I'll tell you what, those three, Britt Baker, and
Jamie Hayter.
and Rebel. Man, that's the group.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with them.
They are so
But it's just
over.
like-
They're so over with the crowd.
Jamie Hayter's
Yeah.
legit. I mean,
Tony Storm is getting booed out of the building, and I'm not
Hey, we
sure
need-
why.
Tony
need more
Storm looks
Rebel.
like she's on drugs half the time. Like,
And I
she's
had some
always
pictures of her
looking
today.
dainty.
She looked pretty good to me.
We need more Rebel. So,
Actually, I
to
shared
all
it
of our
on the,
fans and friends.
KOC
You need to get on
page,
Twitter and say more Rebel.
Twitter. Checked out the Only Fans page today though, but I didn't pay anything, so I didn't see anything. So then I went to the other sites, and it's not really her. Sorry, Brooke. I don't know. I went off on a little thing there.
Dude, you're fine. Do what you gotta do.
Anyway, Michelle McCool, though, Diva Search, total badass, and cleaned house for sure. Our next entrant was Ruby Riott. So, all right, we'll go to you again, Brooke. Is she better here or in AEW?
AEW.
Do you like the music?
In WWE, I don't like I forgot about her a lot. I don't know. I feel like she was just lost in the crowd. But AEW, I feel like they kind of just pushed her a little, put her more in the spotlight a little bit more. I think she could be a champion.
Do you think they're not pushing her fast enough?
No, I think they kind of stalled with her.
I think they pushed her real big and then stopped.
Yeah.
And then now they're kind of doing it, but then Tay broke her nose.
Mm-hmm.
So the next entrance we have in here is Vicky Guerrero.
Better now, though. Just saying.
How will you stop at the nose?
Oh, dude. I was actually in my notes. I think Ruby got hotter after Riot Squad.
Oh, there's no doubt. No doubt. Actually, I think that long hair Ruby period, though, was not good. She looked good with that. I liked her, actually, when she got the green short hair with WWE. That wasn't as bad. She has gotten progressively better looking, for sure. I did not like that long-haired look. There was something to that.
While she was up.
What are you two talking about? Are you guys just having a talk? You guys just having a
No,
chat?
they're over there fucking looking at women.
I don't even like you. I don't need you guys in the same box.
We're discussing the show.
I got an update on WWE. Sorry.
Oh my God.
We got a source talking to us about updates about this whole WWE.
Cool, we're recording. You give a fuck, but it's gonna be a week old.
2 hours a week, guys. 2 hours a fucking week.
Listen, hey, you guys know that Vince is like
2 hours a week, my ass. 2 hours.
2 hours and a half a week, Adam.
They saw you got WWE, and then it was a lie.
Exactly.
All right, so now we got Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me.
Oh,
did you fart? What happened?
All right, so I'm gonna go to Mike. I'm gonna go to you on this. Did she play the perfect part in this Rumble?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Vicky Guerrero played the perfect part in everything, especially like as the heel. Perfect heel.
Comedic relief.
They didn't give her enough.
Oh.
They didn't give her enough what?
They didn't give her enough time. They didn't give her enough.
She's not a professional wrestler.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, doesn't matter.
It does. I think it does a little.
I mean, well, he's kind of right because she could have hid underneath the ropes.
Let her run underneath the ropes and hide for a minute, and let it be a big deal.
Yeah, that could have worked. Remember,
more Gaga, you think, as an in-ring performer? Because if they would have done this, who's to say that you would be like, oh, they did too much with her. They made it too much of a joke. You know
but we knew she wasn't gonna win. So let her come in and hold the bottom rope or run underneath the bottom rope or something like that. Go sit at the announce table.
So when Drew Carey comes in, you think he should have done more, or was it cool with him being thrown out in like 8 seconds?
Who?
The fact that they said yes to let him be out there, they might as well let him do something.
Yeah.
They're gonna be dumb enough to let him out there. Might as well let him.
They're gonna waste a spot on him.
Yeah, he tried to pay Kane. Tried.
I mean,
yeah.
Brooke, where do you think you're going?
No, I was letting the cat in. Sorry, I was tagging out.
I want to ask you a real quick question. Becky is still in this match. Becky is not quite Becky yet. Okay, if you know what I mean. She's not the man yet.
Yeah.
She has
But
not.
that's my favorite Becky, though.
What my question though is did you see star power in here at this Rumble, or was the jury still out for you?
Jury's still out for me. I think the only time I really was like, oh man, she's all right is that moment when she attacked Charlotte, because I think I'm tired of Charlotte. So her taking her out at that time was a big moment, but I feel like she's kind of lost now. Even I feel like the kind of big. I don't feel like she's as big as she is.
I think right now they don't know how to put her back on top.
I feel like
They got so much going on with her not being there. They don't know how to bring her back in.
I think she's kind of lost now.
So do you think if her nose wouldn't have been broken by Nia Jax, that she is to be the biggest star that she are? And I can't believe this, but we have two people coming in right now.
Two came in at once.
Two coming in at once.
Hey,
Brandy.
Look at that.
Hey,
Megan, welcome.
What number am I?
Whatever number you want.
5.
Brandy's
4, Randy's 5, I believe.
It was Allison, Faye, Amy, Brooke,
And
we
now
have
y'all
Brandy
did it like
and you.
simultaneously.
We did.
Y'all pulled the same number.
Right?
You're like the Bella twins, you know?
I think we're all going for that
Magic.
Trios title.
Hey, welcome back, Brandy. Long
Thank
time.
you.
Hey, but you were part of our women's series at the very, very beginning, and now we're talking about the
Absolutely.
women's. Like, what better Rumble to cover than the Women's Royal Rumble? Like, of course, it was unanimous.
Absolutely.
Like, we're not gonna cover, some random dude one. Like, hey, why not cover the first women's one? We're pro women's wrestling show. So
Yeah, I think every wrestling podcaster has covered a dude's rumble.
Well, 92. We could have gone 92 like everybody
know.
else, but that ain't us.
We may not be the best, but you can't say we're not different.
Yeah.
What happened in 92?
What'd you say?
What happened in 92? What was that? I forgot.
Woo Nation.
All right, so let me catch you guys up and where we're at.
Okay.
In my eye.
We just brought Vicky Guerrero just got thrown out by all 4 women that were in there at the time.
I thought she just came in.
Bunch of cheaters.
She was the last 20 seconds, Mike.
Yeah, it's
She
just
was
like your
going for
Saturday
that
night, pal.
bushwhacker
You know?
loop
Real.
record.
Yeah.
So then we have Carmella, who at the time is Miss Money in the Bank. I'll go ahead and start with you, Brandy. Do you think she pulled that off?
I do. I really do. I think Carmella came into her own with that run because when she first came up from NXT, everyone just knew her as like the girl from NXT where she did Enzo and Cass's hair. So I think she really embraced her own character and became the Carmella that we know and love today. And we miss you very much. Come back as soon as you're ready.
Come to Pittsburgh. You'll see her all the time, Brandy.
I'm with Brandy on this because that she came back like money in New York and all that flashy shit. So for her to have the Money in the Bank, it kind of is like that New York and flashy shit,
What about the stuff she did with R-Truth? Y'all like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually did. I actually did like
that. Was really good.
Absolutely. I mean, R-Truth can do no wrong. He makes the best of every single thing that he is part of, and he elevates it to a platform and a degree that I don't think other people could. I mean, he made the 24/7 championship relevant and actually mean something.
I agree. I honestly think like R-Truth is one of those guys that deserves to be like up there in the world titles, like at least in the picture. Maybe not the champion, but up there in the picture.
I'm surprised he's not in Hollywood doing comedies.
I'm NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, though.
Right.
So Megan, you're not a big WWE fan, correct?
It's not that I'm not a fan. This is what has happened with WWE, the camera blocking. It's why I don't watch Dancing with the Stars either.
I watch it.
They plan the camera so strategically where it's like this the whole time. And when I can't watch the show, I get nauseated. And that's why, why do you think the network
Don't adjust your volume. Everything at home is fine.
Right.
That's what it's like watching WWE, and I can't get vested. I mean, I'm not saying the talent's not talented, but I can't get vested in the product. And I think that's why a lot of people like to watch kind of the older stuff, because you're able to watch a match happen organically. We're like, granted, like, it's just how camera technology is these days. Even AEW will do some camera blocks, but with WWE, it's too much. It's too much, and it's going to get worse now because somebody else is in charge again. So, go figure. I think it takes away from the talent.
Absolutely.
So
I think
Adam,
they've gotten too sophisticated with their setup. They're trying too hard to be Hollywood. We don't need 8 camera angles in a match. I need 2. I need entrance, and then I need whoever's going to be on either side of the ring.
Yeah, just to catch those moments.
Keep it wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it real. Keep it like it's happening. It's have it happen organically. That's a fight.
Like, it's too Hollywood. It's too scripted.
Yeah.
And we don't need 30 camera cuts in a 5-second period.
That's what I mean. It's annoying. It just takes away from the talent.
Unless they're going to hand out drama, I'll just be asleep.
And then like at one point it was like I was watching wrestling in probably like 2006, 2007. I got annoyed with it because there was too much talking. It was like, can you imagine paying $200 for a front row ticket just to listen to someone for 90 minutes ramble on? If you added up all the time, at that point, I also kind of lost love of the product at that point too. And I went probably about maybe a good 15 years watching wrestling, aside from maybe going to a friend's house and watching a pay-per-view or watching a Raw anniversary show.
I don't know what it is. I guess that's stuff I just don't notice it. That's just me though.
Oh, I'll show you.
If you're live, you'll
about
notice it a
having-
lot more.
I got you.
That's
But
what's
Adam,
great about having different viewpoints and
That's true.
opinions is everybody sees something else.
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's quick to say, oh, people don't watch it because this, that, and the other. No, they don't watch it because they get nausea. And you can't
I don't
enjoy it.
watch it live because everything starts live at 4 o'clock for
Yeah,
me.
true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, that's for fact. That's why you're here at 9:30 Eastern.
Exactly.
And on that note,
I just got home from work.
it is my bedtime.
I was about to say,
but
Brooke-
there you
we
go.
saw
So
that
I
coming.
have tripped
Randy,
over the
let's
top
throw
rope.
her out the ring. Ugh, I'm just kidding.
Thank y'all for having me.
Bye,
Brooke.
Who threw
Hey,
you
thank you
out?
for jumping in.
Brooke,
Who threw you out,
everybody.
I tripped over the rope and I threw myself out.
Aw.
There you go.
She's like, I'll see my way out.
Well, hey, you're welcome back anytime. It's your
All right,
show,
love you
know what I'm
guys.
Thank you, bro.
Bye,
Love you.
thank
Happy
Bye.
New Year.
saying?
Adam, I wanted to bring up the next entrant is Kelly Kelly. JR has always talked a certain way. Would you consider her the perfect example of an athletic 10?
Oh, look at Brad.
I can't believe I remember that one, James.
Hey, I told you my notes say Kelly, yes, please. That's all I'm saying.
No.
She was good then. She's good still. She's good then. Now.
Yeah, I'm like,
Great
what part
answer,
of
Adam.
Kelly's athletic?
Because, yeah, she's beautiful, but her athleticism, maybe a 7. I'll give Michelle McCool a 10,
Yeah,
an athletic 10 over her.
she could actually wrestle.
I agree.
Here's a question. Why didn't, so Kelly, she was on at this point, what year is this Rumble?
2018.
2018. So about 2016, 2017, she was on a reality show called like, I don't know, whatever, about WAGs. It was WAGs. That's what it was. It was like women who dated professional athletes, and she was dating some guy who played hockey. She was only 18 when she went into the ECW, WWE, like she was so young. And I honestly can say she's probably only 30, 32, 33 at this point.
Yeah.
Was there ever a consideration for her after this Rumble to kind of get back into the fold of WWE, aside from like getting a 24/7 championship?
Exactly. That's all she
As
did.
a
You're right.
gimmick.
That's all she
So,
did.
I mean, there could be some veteran women on this roster that make comebacks.
Do you think she doesn't want to?
That's what I want to know. Is she making, I can't say, I don't know, like she's an influencer. So of course she makes money that way, but I don't know. I mean, I think she would want to, wouldn't she?
Well, here's the thing. We just spoke about Mandy Rose and what kind of money she's making now outside of the WWE. Now it's of course in a different way than we know of Kelly Kelly. I don't know. Like that's what is Mandy Rose ever going to come back? Does she need to come back? According to Ric Flair, she has to come back or that's going to go away.
But do you not think there's enough out there where if she really wanted to, she could come back and somehow, it might not be WWE, but you have AEW, you have, TNA, you have MLW, you have so much stuff that's going on right now and so much stuff that's kind of getting going. She could come back and still make a name for herself.
If
So
Kelly were to come back, it would
like-
definitely be WWE. I don't think
She's
she.
only 35 now.
Right.
That's amazing. That's amazing. We talk about them like they're veterans, I mean, or like they're legends. I mean,
I don't think
legends.
Kelly would
35
come
years
back
old.
anywhere else but WWE.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just
Because
saying,
no one will give a shit anywhere else. Because
Yeah.
AEW has a
If
lot of the
you
fans that gave up on WWE. So would they know who Kelly even is? Probably, but would they care? No.
she would have to have like the ring work. She would have to be able to work in the ring.
Yeah.
So if she came, say, to MLW for 6
She's not
months
going to go to the
a year,
Indies, bro. She's not going to
She
make
ain't
a
going to
comeback on the
Indies.
Indies.
She's going to
She's
make
being
money.
in now.
She's going to make money.
just so she can show that she can do it. She has to prove that she can do it somehow.
I think they could have given her like a storyline of being like a legend valet, which is funny because men in the day were able to come back. They were able to be old ass managers and these figures, the Teddy Longs and everything.
Harley Race was Vader's manager for
Well, that's what I'm
forever.
saying. So you're telling me there wouldn't be a place for a 33-year-old woman to get behind a guy and help create
Oh,
it.
I think it's
I don't know.
definitely-
Looking like that.
Looking like
I mean,
that.
let's be real.
She can do what Rebel does. Rebel, hey. I mean, Rebel, she does a few matches, but really you look forward to seeing her take that big bump during the match. Either she's going through a table, she's being clotheslined, her face, she's all, I think those
Very
are
animated, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Sure.
as much as I value female wrestlers, I think a valet has just as an important job as anybody. I mean, James
yeah.
one.
Megan, I went off on Facebook the other day. I'm in an AEW group, and someone said, "What does Rebel exactly do anyway?" I'm like, "Oh, what does she do? Oh, I know. She just enhanced one of the best female wrestlers in AEW. She also has the best facials in the business." I had like 19 likes on just my comment. Guy said nothing. Get out of here.
I mean, I believe she went from what, TNA to, I believe she was with AEW, just helping out, being a team player backstage. Because at that point,
I think she was doing makeup.
Yeah,
right?
makeup.
And also,
right, so
she's my favorite.
What Rebel has that Kelly doesn't is the personality. Kelly doesn't have a big personality that would be amplified on screen, because that's Rebel's strength, is her personality.
Rebel kills.
And that shines through with her facial expressions, because
Mhm.
she's a very animated person. So I don't think Kelly really would fit as a valet, because she just doesn't have that,
Right. You're right.
that giant personality.
I just
Yeah,
want
more stoic.
to let everybody know I missed one. I apologize. I forgot about Natalia. Okay, Natalia.
Everybody forgets about my natty.
Right.
Here's what I'm talking about. And Adam, hey, Bert and Ernie over there, can you pay attention for a minute? Adam, I'm coming to you on this, because as an in-ring performer, is Natalia the best wrestler in this Rumble?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Without a doubt.
he's better than Naomi. Who's coming up next?
What about Molly
100
Holly? Are you going to put her better than Molly Holly?
100%.
I don't think we've seen Naomi's potential, which is crazy, because I was always a fan of hers.
Okay,
And,
so let's take it a step further. Is Natalia the better wrestler, but Naomi's maybe a better athlete?
Yes.
I think Naomi's a better athlete. Because the thing is Naomi can wrestle, she can dance. So she
Well, could
has that memory. Natalia can't dance.
Ooh, if anyone's seen anybody's TikTok videos from any of the girls, it's like me. She tries very hard, but we don't have rhythm.
I'm more like the bunny on TikToks. Like, you're having fun dancing, but I didn't pick it up quick enough. But was this the Rumble where Lita had all the names drawn?
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that before you came on. And
can I talk about Lita's era?
You may.
And this is what pisses me off. The fact is, they had the women's revolution then. They just didn't know what to do with it. You couldn't find a more diverse group of women than Jazz, Jacqueline, Molly Holly, Lita, Trish. Please help me out, Brandy. Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler. Ivory came from Glow. But none of this matters as long as they're wrestling in mud and cranberries. I mean, I think they should bring back the calendars. I thought the calendars were gorgeous. And if we're going to talk about ways that these women can make money off their gorgeous physiques, let them do a calendar again. You know what I mean? Goodness sake, partner with a magazine similar to Playboy and let them do bikini. I mean, just let them make money off their body.
Oh yeah.
Well, what you could do is you could make it special. Like, I have a calendar I'm a fan of the San Jose Sharks. They partnered with an organization in California that helps train service dogs.
Yeah.
So they have the hockey players taking pictures with the dog. So have them take photos that are beautiful, celebrate their bodies, and have it be for a purpose. Because if you're looking for it through that PR lens of what's good, have it be for a good cause, have it be for breast cancer awareness or domestic violence awareness, or even for Connor's cure.
I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking
with the vehicle that WWE has, if you do it for a cause like that, that's a good backing, and that's worldwide too.
They do it with the firefighters taking the sexy photos, and that's to help with their firefighters charities and such. So people don't mind sexy photos, just give it a purpose.
Yeah, I was even going to say, if you want one of your superstars to pose nude, I think we're done with the era of shaming women for doing stuff like that. But I think the problem is now organizations, it's about the brand and everything. And even if there was like a celebrity version of OnlyFans, much like a Playboy, because no one's buying magazines anymore, do something like that. Like, hey, this is our celebrity OnlyFans cyber girl of the week, Natalia.
How about good looking pictures with good looking podcasters?
No reaction. I love it.
Anyway, I gotta clip that too. I gotta leave that.
I'm considering it.
Okay. See, it's like I gotta leave that silence in because it's
Where's
funny,
Conrad?
but I gotta clip the silence.
That could have been more
Yeah, I told it for 8 hours.
because the facials were even better because they're looking at like what? Like I was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Great job, Adam.
This kind of comes out to a point. Earlier, I asked the guys before you two joined, was if WWE, like, would you rather them sell to somebody else, stay where they're at, or go private? If they went private, they could kind of do stuff like that. Let the women do what they want to do, whether it is OnlyFans or whether it, what side it is. Do you think that could work?
Public. They could do it public. If they could lose track of $11 million that Vince McMahon paid women off.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, and as a female, so as a female, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like, let them do what they want to do on that side, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're stunning. Like, yeah, I mean, if and let's think about Playboy. Like, say what you want about Hugh Hefner and how he was in the day, but Playboy had award-winning photographers. They had Nobel Prize-winning writers. The pictorials were stunning.
It was 122 pages. It wasn't all porn. No.
No, they're not spread eagle in those pictures. They're just showing their heinies. They're showing their gorgeous bodies, and they looked great doing it. And sure, guys turned on by it. Let them be turned on. Who cares? It's not by Playboy.
If they're comfortable, they're going to do it because they want to do it. They're not forced to do it, nothing like that. So it's not like
the company that employs them gets paid. So like on top of that as well. So it benefits both. There's like a PR aspect. It's why you see like celebrities promote their movies on Leno and all that back. It's the same thing.
I agree 100%. Let them do it. I mean, there should be no punishment for them to do it. Mandy Rose should have never been fired for doing what she did.
Well, wait a minute. Here's the thing.
They'll definitely share
the WWE is not monetizing
every time Nikita Lyons does anything, or every time
That's
Lacey
why
Evans
they fired her.
Yeah, they fired
Lacey
her.
Evans has been
violating their right because it was in her contract. Now you have to do it the right way, in which saying if you're going to do this, we're going to get. It's like the thing with Cameo.
Yeah,
they were upset about wrestlers doing Cameo because they weren't getting a cut because they technically own that person's image.
You're absolutely right. That's why the Playboy thing is not the same.
I agree, but I agree with that, but I think it's wrong. That if they want to make extra money, like
it's a contract.
That's like my job.
You're making millions of dollars, Mike.
The women are not making millions of dollars.
I think Mandy
made that up
was.
in 2 weeks. She made her contract money up in 2 weeks. So.
Absolutely, because the women the wage gap thing is a real thing, and if you want to look at wage disparity, look at the way the female superstars are paid and the male superstars are paid. Even Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, that are obviously the two top girls, they're not making millions of dollars. They're making in the $500,000 range, and everybody else is below them. Whereas, John Cena making millions, Seth Rollins making millions, Randy Orton making millions.
Do the Brandy, do that again.
I mean, hell, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar makes millions.
Goldberg, my God.
I like Brock Lesnar and Goldberg in a different category, but no, absolutely. And here's another thing that annoys me. You have the Universal Championship and you have the WWE Championship, right? So what are we calling the women's? We're pretty much calling the women's a TV title because it's named after the shows. So you have a Raw Championship and you have a SmackDown. Why can't they be Universal and WWE as well?
I agree.
So are we actually calling the Universal and the WWE Championship unisex championships?
Well, don't they
bring it on? If not, change the name of the women's belts.
Don't they flip them back and forth with the shows though?
Yeah, but they're not
Mine
called.
is
It's not called the
technically
WWE's
Yeah,
Champion.
the guys championship's not called the Raw Championship.
No.
The
No.
women's, it's Raw Champion. Smack. Yeah,
And-
she's right.
And
So
Ronda
why
Rousey
can't you have continuity for women?
Yeah, Ronda Rousey.
Universal and WWE Women's
Yeah,
Championship. Do it.
what's it gonna matter? You know what I mean?
But don't call it the Raw and the SmackDown. I mean, that kind of
She is the
demotes
women's
the belts.
WWE champion. She is the women's universal champion.
I
or
never
universal
actually even
women's
thought about
champion.
that. But
Because
that,
wouldn't that mean something if, like, you know, you're going on, I don't know, who's even the host these days? Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. You're going on Jimmy Kimmel. This is the WWE Raw Champion. Who gives a shit is the Raw Championship?
Right.
yeah, it does seem like it's just a TV champion.
The Women's
Never even thought about
Universal
that.
Championship. Holy shit.
It is subliminal that it's just TV.
That's the
champion.
point of the night, Megan. I'll be down.
And all I'm going to say is I've thought that for years, and I brought it up to somebody who is very much involved with the WWE belts. And he was like, didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, that's a good point, though.
So
That's
I mean, that's
very
why
good.
I've always loved how the NWA has presented their women's champion, because it's the same name as the men's title.
Yeah.
It is the women's world champion.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with calling it a women's or calling it a men's, and you know, whatever category you want to wrestle in, do it. I just think it's just insulting. I mean, if you're going to call it the Universal, is it a unisex belt? Is it open to everybody?
I like
It's the men's championship.
I like the idea of a WWE Men's Championship, WWE Women's Championship, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, there can be a women's.
Identifies as a woman, they're wrestling in that category. So when identifies as a man, they're wrestling in that category.
So,
And there can be a men's and women's intercontinental belt, you know, call them whatever, but take away the universal. And it's damn good point.
Or have it go toward all 4 titles, 2 universal belts and 2 WWE belts.
So do you think it could work right now with a mid-card belt, like the Intercontinental, like for a women's on the women's side?
Not with how they're currently booking it, but I mean, they have the NXT. They can't even keep a tag title afloat with the women.
No.
True. That's
because the tag title is supposed to be all 3 men's.
But they can, behind the scenes, consider it like at the meetings, like our SmackDown belt's going to be the Intercontinental Women's. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and they could do it that way. But I feel like, and I mean, also let's be honest, there are more men that watch wrestling. Let's be honest. Now, but then again, Hulk Hogan said on the Howard Stern show about 12 years ago that the ratings on TNA actually would increase when the women were on TV, when the knockouts were on television. So
because
I don't know.
men watching it.
Man, you know how this started? Kelly. Just want everybody to know that. Just want everybody to know that. So anyway, let's talk.
One last thing I want to say is when you take a look at all the independent wrestling schools in the United States, they're training co-ed, but the ratio of men to women is like 10 guys for every girl. And that's just how it is. And sometimes women even cost more to book for an independent show. So the fact that there might not be as many women in WWE unless they home grow it, maybe it's not time for a mid-card as of yet, but you can definitely work toward that. I mean,
we're going to get there.
Well, I mean,
at this point though, they got to rename those titles because right now it's just like, come on,
Well,
give back the butterfly.
Technically, AEW has that. They have.
You can say that all you want, but I think
they don't have a women's tag match.
What?
I don't agree with that, Mike, at all. Are you talking about the TBS title?
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean that's kind
their
of
that is not a lesser title to me because of who's holding it. Undefeated.
So the way I look at it,
Also,
down
How many
south,
matches has she had live without editing?
down south we have New South.
And I'm just noticing because she wrestles on
No, I hear what you're
TNT.
saying. I know what you're saying.
I think she's very talented. She's a great face. I think she's a great ambassador.
She's just booked like a monster. That's all.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
that's
Down
just-
south we have New South.
Fine.
We have New South down here in Alabama and Georgia. They don't have a women's and men's. The New South champion is a woman right now.
That's
She's
awesome.
20,
Yeah.
she's 20 or 21, and my daughter's going to kill me if I not remember her name. But
I'm drinking my diet iced tea out of a half gallon. By
she was partners with Dylan McQueen there for a little while. Mackenzie,
Oh,
that's her name, Mackenzie.
Kenzie, yeah.
She's the new South champion, and that's all they have. They don't have a women's men's.
Oh my
She's
God, that has to
she's the
be
champion.
so comical. That giant title on that
Oh yeah, it
little
covers her whole
girl.
body. Yeah.
Man's.
'Cause I don't
Damn.
know if you've seen it, but the photos that float around online of Cabana Man Dan, who is friends with our Adam,
Oh yeah.
that title covers his entire freaking torso.
He's
His
5'3".
Title is giant.
He's 5'3".
So imagine a girl
He
with
used
that
it as a
giant
weapon.
title.
Hey, Cabana Man Dan, friend of the show. Shout
Shout
out.
out.
Usually his weapon went to jail. Went to jail.
What was his name? The little short guy that come out with Luchasaurus and all of them. What was his name?
Adam.
Marco Stunt.
Oh, Marco Stunt, wrong guy.
Cabana Man used the belt against Marco Stunt, and it covered Marco Stunt completely. He laid the belt on top of Marco Stunt, and it covered him.
That's a big ass belt.
So
Hilarious.
back to the Rumble. Jacqueline comes out
Yeah, we're
next.
at number like
Oh,
what, 10?
Jacqueline! Woo!
I mean, is there underrated, badass, and underrated with looks as well?
Gorgeous.
Anybody more so than Jacqueline?
She's gorgeous.
Not at all. And I
Teeny
will
tiny.
tweet this out once we're done. I did a profile on Jacqueline when she was getting ready to go into the Hall of Fame. Looking over her career, she's just an incredible individual, trained under Skandar Akbar, one of the toughest guys. And if she can survive training under Skandar, oh my goodness, this
Well, I
woman
remember
is-
the whatever competition that Jerry Lawler was hosting, and
it
Sable,
was a
of course,
bikini contest.
was the star, right? I couldn't take
Yes.
my eyes off of Jacqueline. I'm just
Yeah, me
put that out.
too.
Red.
I'm like, yeah, all right,
That was
Sable's
the
great
first
and all,
time
but
I'd
hey,
ever
she's
seen a
fire.
thong on
She
television.
is fire.
fire.
Y'all can say what you want to.
Her
I was
button
looking at
thong
Luna the
too,
whole time.
Randy. Do you see? Remember her button that thong? It was just like it was like when you look at the naked person muscles.
Talk slower.
It was like muscles. Those are bum.
Perfection.
Say what you want to, but Luna looked good in the bathing suit.
Luna
Yeah,
was
girl crush.
pissed off being there, though. Pissed off being there.
was
And
not
she made it
happy.
She
clear.
looked amazing.
Yeah.
That's
And
not who
speaking
she
of
was.
Luna,
Not who
when
she
we're
was.
recording this, it actually would have been Luna's 61st birthday today.
wow. Oh,
So we
see?
are thinking of
Shout out to Luna.
We know you were not happy to be there doing that, but you were beautiful.
Oh, she's gorgeous. God, she's gorgeous.
So next
One-
entrance was Nia Jax.
Yay! Okay.
Question is, what will she be back? And will she be back this year?
If this was 2 weeks ago, I would say yes.
Here's a
But it's
question.
not.
Good point. Here's a question. Do you think some of these retired or on hiatus wrestlers, do you think they make more money on these Comic-Cons than what they do actually wrestling in the ring?
Oh, I'd say
They seem
I'd
so.
say-
Depending on
I think it's close.
work out,
They have
you
to make
know.
close.
You know what I mean?
I think it depends on like your cult following thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're a nobody
It
that got
also
released,
depends,
you know, maybe
depending
not.
on the con.
But if you're
Sometimes
like,
they'll pay for your transportation to get there, and they'll
Yeah,
pay for you
true.
to stay there. If that is the case, then all that money coming in, every photo, every autograph, that's straight cash in your pocket.
Kevin
But if you
Nash sure
have
seems
to
to like
get
it.
yourself there,
Yeah.
you know, then it's
Well, I mean,
Not to mention the
that's-
indie
that's the thing.
shows that some of them do too.
oh yeah,
like-
Bischoff's coming here in like a month.
Yeah, let's hope he
Yeah,
doesn't
like
get
you're-
COVID or anything.
Oh, can I do a plug?
Do
Yes.
Go for it.
By all
Yeah,
means.
January
It's your show.
4th.
Hey, it's your
Okay,
show,
ready?
Megan.
Okay, we have a sponsor. January 14th in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. It's the Rise event. And
Nice.
I can't even do a good commercial. But anyway, headlining the Rise event is AEW's very own Brian Pillman Jr. and Lee Moriarty.
Fantastic.
Tiger
Uniontown. That's how
style.
far from Pittsburgh?
About an hour
North or south?
south.
All right.
Fayette County. It's by the West
Right.
Virginia line. So I messed up
Right.
on the commercial. I apologize to all my friends, but most likely this is going to probably air after the event.
Oh, 100%.
We will share it on the KOC page, which has
Yeah. Well,
growing every day. Trust me.
If you miss it, just go to indiewrestling.us to watch it.
Brad will be there.
I won't be.
Will you be in Uniontown with me?
I'm in Philadelphia. It's not that close, Mike.
No, it's not.
Yeah, he's in the shitty Philly. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Where this Rumble was.
Yeah.
Speaking of next entrance, Ember Moon. So I put it out there. Is she better here, or is she better as?
I
in AEW?
enjoy her presentation better in AEW.
Really?
Yes, because she's not as constricted. I know in her first interviews when she came out of WWE, there were meetings where they're telling these girls that you have to be more like Mandy Rose. You need to dress more like Mandy Rose.
Athletic 10, right?
Exactly. And
Love
she's
that
allowed
line.
to be herself. She's allowed to be Athena. And in
Thank you
NXT,
for
her
that.
first run, you got to see her as Ember Moon, and I enjoyed that run. But when they started pulling her up to the main roster, it just did not translate because of the old man back there.
I think she needs her finish changed because you can't be doing that for longevity. The jump
She's been
top
doing
rope.
it for her entire career.
I'm just saying, jumping off the top rope on your ass is not going to be a long move. I mean, look at Hogan and them; they can barely fucking walk. So
true, but she's been doing it for the past 10 plus years.
Yeah,
They're stupid boys that do dumb things in the game.
And Hogan did his
yeah. I like it. I would just save it for the, like do some other move, but then like pay-per-views or something, do it all day. But boy, jumping on your ass off the top rope is going to come back.
I wanted to bring up one other thing. I know I talked about Rise and the upcoming show this Saturday. So this kind of brings up the upcoming Women's Rumble. So one of the trainees at Rise, who is now on the NXT roster, is Thea Hale of Chase U. Do you
Love
think
Chase U.
Me
I
too.
love Thea
Do you think, shout out to Thea Hale, do you think that Thea Hale could possibly be one of the NXT stars that makes an appearance in the Rumble?
No.
No,
I would
it's a
love it.
girl
I would love it, but I don't think so. But I would love it, and I think that Chase U is so good. Oh, they're over. I mean,
I hope it's the one from Diamond Mine.
I don't think it's going to be her either.
I need to go there, man. They literally shoot in Orlando. It's like an
Ivy
hour.
now. That's
go
it.
there.
Ivy Niles.
Good.
Ivy
On
now.
like Tuesdays. I need to start going.
I just think Thea Hale maybe would be next year, but
Yeah, that's true. I'd love to see her this year just because I'm, biased, but
I don't know if I've seen her. Have I seen her win yet? That's the only
she
thing.
won one match. I won her.
Yeah.
She won I think maybe more than that.
She's got a lot of personality. I like her a lot. I like
Completely
Chase U a
different
lot.
look, style, personality. I mean, that's
They made some changes to that whole faction, but by adding Duke Hudson, I'm still wondering what's going on there. But I enjoy it, and I think they can do. I think there's a lot of good things there because I think the fans are behind them.
yeah. The only time I watch NXT is whatever Thea posts on her Instagram, and that's like,
I think it's gotten a lot better. I really do.
Okay.
I mean, you grow with the characters, and that's what we did
Ivy
originally
now.
with NXT.
Ivy now.
And when they
Ivy
started
now.
all over, and Ivy Nile is not there yet, buddy.
Dude, she's awesome.
She'll get there. She'll get there.
She won that game with The Rock.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to talk a little bit about Naomi here because she pulls her best Kofi Kingston by getting thrown out of the ring but never quite landing. Is this WWE at its best? Because she takes probably 3 to 5 minutes to get back in the ring, and then immediately gets thrown out by Nia Jax. Is that just great storytelling there, or does it frustrate you?
It's
immediate.
both.
It's immediate.
It's a
It's all
great
short.
story, but it's also frustrating. And that's the idea, is that you watch someone with this incredible athleticism and they try so hard and they work so hard to get back in the ring. It's like, oh, it's like Lucy.
It's wasted.
pulling the
Like it's
football
wasted.
out from
Look
Charlie
at
Brown.
you pulling the peanuts out. So then we have Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, coming in. Now, is this WWE's best answer for China for someone that's muscle against muscle here with Nia Jax?
Yes.
I agree. Yeah.
I would
Tell
say
me more. Tell me more.
athletic.
It's more believable to me.
Well, true, because unlike China, who is still, even at her height, very rough around the edges, not polished in the ring whatsoever, Beth is somebody in the ring that everybody is comfortable with. Whereas I would compare Nia skill-wise to be more on par with China in terms of skill level.
I kind of agree. I think Beth has more, she's more experienced in the ring. China was all about the look. She had the look to go against anybody, like any female, any guy. You could put up there against her, but she didn't have the quality in the ring to do what she had to do.
Like anyone going into the ring with China and anyone going into the ring with Nia knows that the likelihood of catching a potato is very high, and they're going to come out of that match in pain.
Now, if China had Beth Phoenix ring work, I think she could have been like one of the first women to be a world title champion.
Absolutely.
Because she had the look, and if she would have had that ring work to back her up, I think she could have got there.
Even if it was just a one night thing, if they did it like it's
nothing wrong with a one night thing.
Then
that's
well, you
even
know,
with,
Brad, that's how you got a wife.
Even with something like she beat this person. And
Let's drink to that.
No, I heard that. But hey, I will say the cool thing, I didn't know when Beth Phoenix came out, they announced that she was the youngest inductee into the Hall of Fame. And that goes back to that women's age and all that stuff. Like,
it is really, yeah.
The youngest inductee, and then who we talk about? Kelly wrestled when she was like 18, 19, like,
and she's 38 here.
Yeah, like it's insane. Like,
Kelly,
I never knew
35. I'm sorry, 38 was McCool. I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, I mean, come on.
Well,
That's
also,
young.
by the time
Really
Beth
young.
got to WWE, she was at least 6 to 8 years into her wrestling career, and she still had like 2 years of developmental before they
These
brought her
women
up
are
to
in
the
the
main
prime of their
was
life.
an LBW
38,
too.
35. That's the prime of your life.
And when her and
You
Nia
have
Jax
three
square
seasons
off,
on
that crowd
marathons.
screams.
I think if China would have had that built up training like Beth Phoenix did, like OVW and everything,
I
it'd been
didn't
a whole
know this
different
was a
ballgame.
China episode.
Look,
all of a
so
sudden.
we're all big China fans. We know that.
It's been a whole different ballgame with China.
We are. So double team by Natalya and Beth Phoenix. They're obviously friends in real life. We've seen it. Then we have Asuka who enters the Rumble. Asuka, a completely different presentation then than now. We know how this ends tonight. She is undefeated coming into this.
And the lights dim on her intro, Brad. You got to mention that. They actually, like, the crowd kind of stalls and the lights actually dim. So when you're in a Rumble match, and obviously there's continuous action going on in the ring, you know, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that when she comes out, everybody's like, whoa, you know, and you hear like a bunch of cheers, and that lights actually dim, and she comes out, you know, like all that stuff. What do you think about like the match? Supposed to be ongoing, but they'll dim the lights for you know, this entrance.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
It's awesome
right.
because you know, I was hook, line, and sinker this Rumble. Like, I'm a big
Well,
fan of this Rumble.
also, if
I
you
think
look
that's-
at
I
it
think
from a
that works, yeah.
performer standpoint, the way they book these is they know that when certain people come in is when they hit certain spots.
Oh yeah.
So if they're not paying attention and like in the zone, having something like a lights dimming or a lights flicker is a great cognitive cue. Be like, oh right, when the lights dim, that means I'm supposed to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave
Brandy breaking down the fourth wall.
Like a spot check type thing. Like, okay, now, yeah, like
Exactly.
now it triggers. Like, okay, I'm doing blah 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 blah. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's like with Undertaker. Like if he comes out, do not shut the lights off and dumb.
Yeah, it's true.
Hell of a comparison, Mike. Mike thinks that Asuka is the Undertaker. Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, I'm not saying that.
Supernatural, and she's the main event star. So honestly,
I'm not saying that.
Wow, a lot of
I'm
people
saying
talking,
I know. I'm just starting shit. That's
they're not
clickbait
gonna have
stuff
the
right
right signing and Undertaker come out with that. You know, I mean,
That's
not
that's
gonna
what
happen.
I'm saying. Like the fact that they did it for Asuka. That's what I'm getting at. Y'all are pretty much validating it right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
I
leave the
agree.
result here of Asuka and what we think of her and what they think, because there's a lot of questions about that from fans that I
I'm
want to
always
get.
a big fan of Asuka.
So I want to leave it
Well,
alone for now, just
WWE
because
side.
there are some fan questions about the
Didn't know
Asuka
about
situation here.
Yeah, and I have a few things to say about
I'm
it.
sure you got opinions, Mike. The drunker you get, the more opinions you have. We know that.
he can be dead stone cold
I love
sober
it.
and still have
How many-
opinions.
How many beers in is he over there, Adam?
Well, he's drinking these that are like as tall as he is. So it's
No,
just
don't let him
He's gonna have
whisper
fucking
it.
CTE. He keeps fucking whipping his head like that, man. It's tripping me the fuck out. It's been an
Buddy at
hour
work,
straight.
like-
doing this.
My buddy
I'm
at work
fucking
turned it
like-
on the other day. He's
I'm
like, that guy
ready
goes
for it,
hard.
man. Hell, I got damn near car sick doing that myself.
Mike,
next-
for Top Guy
I'll be
weekend,
ready.
day one. Don't do that again.
You're right, Nitro.
So we have Mickey James. Now, this is my question.
This is my favorite part too. Go ahead.
Oh,
Well, yeah, we're gonna get to what you're talking about. I know what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
But let's talk about the reaction to her coming out here and the reaction to her coming out at the latest Royal Rumble. What were the differences?
A different promotion's belt around her waist.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
She came
I
out to
think
0 pop
people were
here at
way
this Royal Rumble.
happier to see her at this latest Rumble and super excited to see the acknowledgement of another organization's champion.
And we all
And
remember how she was
speaking of,
treated.
This
when
is
she
gonna
was-
be this is gonna air after this weekend, but this weekend is possibly her last rodeo. She's going up against Jordan Grace. It is
Hard to kill. It's hard to
Jordan
kill. Is what it
McGillicuddy.
is.
Unfortunately, she already lost. We know
So,
that.
We don't know this, Brad.
I
I mean,
know
we
it's
do know
over.
by the time
Already
this airs.
No, you're right.
it's
You're right.
Jordan and Mickey for it's title versus career.
It's awesome. Me, Mike, and Adam are gonna be there.
So just so you guys know, I RJ just had RJ from Roughing It Up with Brian Heber just had her on, and this question came from the Kickout Crew, the exact thing I just said.
Oh, look at y'all.
And it was, how did you feel coming out to that Rumble compared to this one? And she goes, oh boy, let me tell you. I mean, I had my moments in this Rumble and it was great to be a part of the first one Rumble, but being hardcore country and coming out and being acknowledged as the Impact World Champion was something like she just loved every bit of it. So really happy for her that the reaction she got that second time.
See, and I think if there's any time that WWE could interact with any other organization, it'd be the Royal Rumble.
They would never do it for the men's division.
No, never.
No, I mean I don't see it, but
because our men are better. Our men are better, and if they come out,
Yes and no, they did let some people out to New
Let's
Japan.
not forget, Mickey James came down on the WWE, deservedly so, because they gave her gear in a plastic garbage bag. And this was a very.
And I agree.
Yeah, if that wouldn't have went viral, none of that would have happened. I don't think.
No, she would be coming back. I love Mickey James, but do you think WWE would have her come back with the Impact belt if they didn't get killed over giving a legend like her?
It was a PR move.
Right. No, and I agree, but I mean, even having somebody from
it was
maybe
awesome.
not
though.
AEW.
It was great. It was great.
TNA or MLW or something like that. If they would have like one or two join,
Bro, could you imagine Mance Warner come out in the Rumble?
Don't even get.
Oh
Don't even
my
get me
God, if
started.
Mance
Could you
Warner-
imagine?
Oh my
that'd be
God.
so
exactly.
sick.
That's what I'm saying.
Would
If
his
Mance
tongue
Warner
still be
joined-
stapled to the mat as he comes out?
What if
Yeah.
he never got eliminated because he does get like some fucked up shit happens and he's just like stuck.
He wouldn't be able to leave the
Technically
ring. That's
eliminated.
right. Oh, wouldn't that be
Like
cool?
barbed wire over the rope. Like he's never eliminated, but he's just like stuck. You know what I mean? Like that'd be the ultimate man
I mean,
spot.
he won the Ric Flair Rumble.
Yeah, the golden boot or whatever. Yeah, he won the boot.
You can look, but you can't touch. All right, so now we got Nikki Bella entering the ring.
Oh,
I never
Right.
could stand their
There you go.
reality show. All they did was talk about their vaginas the whole entire time.
Barmageddon is an average show at best that I
I'm
watch
okay
every
with
week
that.
now.
That's
After
Hey,
the
when
other
Nikki Bella
Bella
comes
twin.
out, there is a loud John Cena suck.
Fantastic.
Loud.
That cat just walked by.
And in
Yes, Beulah was just like, peace out.
Oh no, that was
the
Peony. This is
contrary-
Beulah.
next one out, what a coincidence. What a coincidence, speaking of pussy, is Brie Bella.
Ooh.
You can look.
And what do they do
Another
for her? The yes
spousal chant
chants.
happens, you know?
Yep.
Another one, yeah.
So the Bellas working together, double teaming everybody in sight, doing their thing. Then we have Hugger Bailey coming out. Bailey, the different version of her that we haven't seen in quite a while. Would you guys say that you like? I mean, we talked about it. We touched on it a little bit earlier, but would you say you like this version, or do you like her heel version better?
Heel.
I feel version
What?
better.
Karen?
That
Y'all like
bitch stole my
Karen? I
haircut.
like Hugger Bailey all
I like
day.
Hugger Bailey.
No, there's like 3 versions of Bailey. There's Hugger
Yeah,
Bailey,
Karen.
Karen Bailey, and then like sexy heel Bailey with the better hair.
I like this Bailey.
True.
What
This current version I like better because the other heel version, bitch, stole my haircut, which it's not right now, but I wear the asymmetrical.
Oh wow.
She
See.
looked like Bailey looked like the ultimate Karen when she first turned heel, though.
Like
Yeah.
if Bailey, would-
Admit
if
it.
Bailey, if Bailey
Admit
would
it.
have had
From Hugger Bailey top ponytail thing, I get it, kind of cartoony to some. I dug it though.
if
the
Bailey
floaty-
had
the
2
floaty
ponytails,
flannel
it'd be
dude.
different.
Mhm.
But when she
Another-
first went heel, that was Karen esque.
Yeah.
It seemed too hard, like trying too hard.
So I have a question. A couple things. So WWE, they sell a lot of merch. They definitely have a side that caters to kids. I kind of looked at Bailey as like the kids champion because she was youthful and younger, and she really resonated a lot with the children. So when she turned heel, I mean, that was a big deal. So I know NWA has the junior belt, but take that out of the equation. But if you had to like have 2 ambassadors from WWE that are like the kids champions, who would that be?
It's one group. We all know who it is.
Who?
Orlando! Don't you dare be sour. Clap.
The
Talking
New
about
Day.
women?
The New Day.
New Day.
Oh, New Day?
Megan's looking
Oh,
at you
yeah.
like you got 3 heads, bro.
You feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Well, what
But
was
all the
very
kids-
interesting is what came out on social media over this past weekend was Charlotte showing up to the arena, and all these kids are all waiting for her, and they see her and they go crazy, and she comes over and she's, you know, down on her knees and hugging these children and taking pictures with them. So maybe it's Charlotte now, which
Charlotte's
is
a good
Yeah.
person for sure.
Interesting.
Rumor has
turn.
it that she is returning as a face.
Clearly positioned as
I
the
don't see
face
her as a baby face.
against Ronda, and WWE was sharing it, like sharing these images of Charlotte with all.
We'll see what
these
happens now.
I think it'd be Dana Brooke.
Another week. It's
Megan,
another
what do
week.
you think about Dana Brooke? You think she'd be that child ambassador?
I'm picturing someone who's actually like younger that could like, how do I put it? Like
Like a Roxanne Perez?
maybe
Mm.
like
Good. I could get with
Charlotte's
the
like a
Roxanne.
legend, right? So people are just gonna like gravitate toward her, you know.
Liv
But
Morgan.
like somebody who is like somebody who adults might not be like people who adults would like, but people who more the kids like.
Like a John Cena.
Right.
Well, John Cena's in his whole other
But
stratosphere.
what I mean is someone similar to that, like that we just couldn't relate to, but kids do.
Who would be
Yeah.
the woman version of that, though?
I don't.
I would go with. Keep wanting to call her Roxy because that's what I know her as.
I was
from the
thinking like her. I was thinking like a Thea Hale. Like if you
Roxanne
think
Perez.
about somebody the tweeners would get
Yeah, I
behind.
agree with that. I
The
agree with that.
tweeners are going to get behind a cute guy who
Cora
kind of
Jade.
looks like Hook, and they're going to
Oh.
get behind a girl that would be like their best friend's older sister, or you know.
But nowadays it's a woman that can go in the ring, like Ashley. Big
about
big fan, and I get to see Ashley. Saturday.
Oh, Ashley Dubois. Ah,
She's
But
wrestling
wouldn't
Deonna Purrazzo at the TV taping on Saturday.
Would a Liv Morgan, Megan,
That's
be
gonna be a
the
good
right
match, man.
example
They're,
of
they're
this?
both good.
who?
A Liv Morgan be a good example of this? Someone right now?
Maybe 3
Or
years ago.
Is it too late for her?
I think it's too late. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. She's up there. I'm thinking of somebody who's like would almost be like a
Really up
junior
and coming.
champion, like a
Really
junior
up.
champion.
like a Roxanne or a Cora
So
Jade.
young, 21.
Cora
Yeah.
Jade a year
Yeah.
ago, yeah.
Cora Jade's already gone to the other side, so it ain't gonna be her.
And then like the guy would be like one that tweener girls would be into.
How about Sky Blue?
Nikita,
Sky
you know,
Blue
they're
would be a
pushing
Sky Blue would be a
Nikita-
great
if
one.
Nikita becomes a good wrestler, you know she's pushed
What?
to the moon.
Hey, what do y'all think about like the Rock's daughter?
She's
No.
a heel.
I mean,
Man, they
she's a
positioned
heel
her,
now,
they
but
positioned
you
her
think-
strange.
They
Do you
haven't
think-
positioned her as like a good time, jolly,
She's in a cult.
happy. She's not somebody who another girl would look at as her best friend.
Right.
Old Bailey, a tweener.
Wait, Who's
would
the
be a
Hawaiian?
best
Who's
friend.
the Hawaiian chick that comes on NXT?
I just think it's important to have those.
Oh,
have
with
those
the
people.
she's Phil. Are you talking about the Filipino one?
Who's talking
Oh,
about?
she's blonde and like kind of athletic,
who's
like,
this?
like a Hawaiian surfer type chick.
I don't know. I just
No.
think these wrestling promotions should really be like showcasing some of their talent in these teen magazines.
I agree.
Get like
But
a
we're
18,
not, like-
19-year-old wrestler and put them in one of those teen magazines so girls can put them on their boys, can put them on the wall and they can, you know, do whatever. I just think there's a whole other way you can be marketing professional wrestling than praying generational people watch it.
Agreed. So number 30 is Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ooh.
I think the perfect
Number
legend to
one.
bring in last
He,
for
he
sure.
was my Alexa Bliss before there was Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
I think she is
yeah.
a perfect one for 30. I
So
agree.
she does her thing in there, but then we have that moment, and I think this is the moment you're talking about, Megan.
Mhm.
The Trish and Mickey moment.
Oh,
I mean, let's face it, Mickey got very little reaction coming out, but the reaction was real when these two got.
Hey, the
got-
crowd went ape shit when they like kind of faced off and kind of like looked to the side,
mean,
you know.
Mickey
Like,
can fix her hair a little bit.
That's
I'm not
good.
sure it's gonna
Yeah.
fix her hair.
all goes.
I hate that
Goosebumps
high up
right there.
hair. I don't get it. I don't get that. What's her name's doing it now? Who she's facing this weekend? Don't like that hair.
Jordan?
Yeah. I don't like the hair. Put your hair
this.
down.
Oh, pulling the
Yeah,
side
like that
in with the
crazy.
intricate.
What's her name does that too? That we just
Adam.
talked about, like the Glamazon does that too. I'm not interested.
Beth, yeah.
So
that's
anyway,
that's not a look Brad Stanton would be into.
no. I mean,
Well, it's
Bowles
not like
beat-
Brad knows anything about hair.
Beat
Have
you
you
to it.
ever wrestled with hair?
See, every time I bring up hair, it's a
I
real
get
easy
it.
comeback.
As someone
That's
with
her name.
longer hair, I get it. 'cause,
Oh,
like,
I'd be
I'm-
wrestling in like a bun like this.
No,
This
you
would
would
be
not. You would not be
mine.
allowed. Vince would be like,
I just
put your
came
hair
back from
down.
the office. I had my hair mostly pulled up and back, so I get home and now I take it down because I can't have it.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty.
all the women team up to get Nia Jax out. By the way, Sasha lasted 51 minutes in this match.
That's why
which
she
is-
wore the Wonder Woman shit.
That's right.
Some might say
She was the
should have
first
won.
one, and she lasted the longest time. Hello.
I didn't want you to play with me.
Some might say she should have
at
won.
the time, she was the type. She was one of the ones that could do that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It
Sasha
was
and
boss
Asuka.
time.
Sasha and Asuka team up, but really it was just Sasha turning on Asuka. Then Sasha joins the Bellas to team up on Asuka. Then the Bellas do what the Bellas do, and they eliminate Sasha. And then you have Asuka because the Bellas turn on each other, and Nikki turns on Brie, which is no surprise to anybody. And then Asuka finally eliminates Nikki and gets the win. At the time, I would say probably nobody was surprised. Looking back now, everybody might feel different. But unfortunately,
but that's only because she was booked like dog shit after she won this.
and there are some questions on that, but I want to get to what happens after the match here. I walked out after this. Want to know why? Beat the traffic. But there was a very, very special guest that got introduced after, and her name is Ronda Rousey. So you have
The
Charlotte,
baddest woman on the planet.
Charlotte in the ring, you have Alexa Bliss in the ring, and you have Asuka in the ring. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, Charlotte looks genuinely pissed.
Yes.
When she's walking out. She goes in there, everybody points at she shakes Asuka's hand, she points at the
No, she did not shake it.
Oh right. Damn it.
She attempted to shake it, and Asuka would not shake it.
Points at the WrestleMania sign, does her thing.
Steals the Asian women's winning moment.
What happened? We lost Megan.
Hey man.
Probably
Asuka
chewed on the
eliminated
wire
Megan, and you know.
Hope I didn't piss her off there.
No, I think she froze. Yeah.
So then we had
She actually just messaged me.
She does shake Stephanie's hand.
Oh gee, my laptop just died.
All right.
I got eliminated from the Rumble.
I will say this: our winner of the Rumble match,
Brandy.
Congratulations. So
you win absolutely nothing from us.
Nothing.
So they definitely shake hands. It's Ronda and Stephanie shake hands, and I think I'll tell you what, I watched it live, so I didn't hear the commentary. I think this was excellent. This whole show. Everybody can say Ronda stole the thunder at the end, this and that, but
I think they could have brought Ronda out at a different time.
But she signed now. She signed now.
It'd have been different if it wasn't the first women's Royal Rumble.
Like the next
Exactly.
night on Raw.
If they would have brought her out the next night on Raw, something like, let Asuka have her time.
This is the very first women's Royal Rumble.
See, let her challenge Charlotte. And like at the end of that Rumble, let her glare down Charlotte. Woo! And then
they could have picked on Monday Night Raw.
Night. And then the next night on Raw, whenever Alexa's like blah blah blah, maybe that's when you debut Ronda on Raw, you know?
Yeah. So I want to get to some. I want to get to some of the questions. I have about 5 questions here. The fans that I think it's going to just stir a lot of discussion.
You didn't lose the questions.
I rewrote them down because they were still online. I think I made it though, guys.
You did good.
Casey Catanzaro, she'd be a good.
I've done a lot worse.
That would be a good one.
If you want to hear
Don't
a lot
you mean
worse,
Katana,
go to episode
whatever the fuck she named.
Yeah, Katana Blade. Yeah.
So this comes from Mike Bober, friend of the show, Mike Bober.
Bober!
Did WWE waste Asuka's victory in the Rumble by having her lose to Charlotte? Seems like an afterthought since.
Yep.
Yes. Yes,
I mean,
to both.
They wasted all of
victory by
Asuka's
having
momentum
Ronda
with how
Rousey
they
now.
booked her after this.
Did
match.
anybody expect her to? I mean, everybody expect her to beat Charlotte in that match, correct?
If you would have done it, correctly, yes. But in our heart of hearts, we kind of knew that it wasn't going to happen.
But
You know what I
she
mean?
would have had to lose at some point. So why not then?
But she could have beat Charlotte, and Charlotte would have been hurt by it. Though.
Exactly. But
Charlotte
hey,
would
have
not
her
have been hurt
lose
by
at
it.
fucking Mania, or
She
not
would just be
Mania.
a
Have her lose at SummerSlam to Charlotte.
17-time
Have
champion.
have
So
her
what?
beat Charlotte at WrestleMania, man. Why not?
All right.
I mean,
good
because
question, though.
if you notice it, they butchered both Rumble winners that year. Shinsuke, they had him nut shot AJ.
Oh my God,
Oscar
yes.
lost to Charlotte. Like
And again, I bring it back to the language barrier with the mainstream crowd.
I bring it back to, I think they were trying to do a little Eastern expansion, you know? Like, hey, we
Shout out to Jinder Mahal, Middle
we
Eastern,
had
by
them
the way,
win,
back last
you
night.
know,
NXT.
like, yeah, it's Jinder Mahal, and now they're doing like $1 billion Saudi deals.
No, you're right. Jinder was back last night. It was a week ago now in NXT. Great to see him
Ginger,
back.
welcome
Oh, yeah,
back.
he's gonna be champion next week.
I like
Just
Jinder
like-
Mahal. I've always liked him. He looks like a
Hey,
million bucks.
I'll
He's a
tell you
great
this
heel.
much. That
I
motherfucker
think
skips
Jinder
leg
Mahal
day,
is
though.
great. I think he's great as a champion. He's great as a
Yeah.
heel.
He's a heel.
Skips leg
I'm
day.
100% down for Jinder Mahal being a heel world champion.
So what
right,
you
next-
guys are saying is we shouldn't hinder gender.
Definitely.
Exactly.
I love that. Can we get shirts made?
I just tease him because when Eva Marie was trying her hand at ring announcing, she called him Ginger. So
Nothing like a
therefore-
Ginger Mahal.
Hey, and
Forevermore,
AJ Styles
to
beat
me,
him, and that
is
was a
Ginger.
really good, like, you know, title change.
Still a weird time there though, because that was a whole
very
Brock Lesnar.
That was in
thing.
England. Yeah, they did it in England.
Yes.
So then we have a question from Ted the Hillbilly Heel. Did I get that
Got
right?
it
guys?
right. We got it right that time.
Yes.
Should Ronda have been in the Rumble instead of coming in afterwards? I have a great answer
No.
to this, but yeah,
Absolutely
I agree.
not.
No,
She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
She should have been in the Rumble. She shouldn't have showed up at the Rumble.
Oh,
You shouldn't have been.
bullshit.
They could have wait, no, they could have shown her in the crowd,
Yeah, yeah.
and then the next night on Raw is when you debut her.
Yeah, I think her debuting at Rumble, it screwed up so much stuff.
And I think they should have kept it a secret until Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
I'll tell you this. I was at that show, like I said, and it was the worst kept secret in history that she was coming. Up until CM Punk.
What they should have done was not even say anything about Ronda. And then the next night,
They didn't.
that's when they do the whole pick who you want to go against. And right before Oscar decides, that's when she comes out.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about a bad reputation.
So next question comes from a new listener. Will Gray is his name.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
hi, Will.
Hey, Will, what's up, brother?
What
New-
up?
New
Welcome
follower
to your
as of
show.
new follower as of today.
Welcome.
Do you
Thank
think
you, William.
Do you think having a female Rumble should have happened sooner, or do you agree with for this one? And he also wants to know about the first 5 winners, if we thought they were the right picks. Now I'm going to have to go back and look on that one.
All right. Well, hey, you know, hey,
Well,
y'all
let's
go
start
ahead and
with-
answer that
Will.
one. And,
I think it should have started fucking sooner.
Like 86,
oh, yeah. I
right?
think everybody's unanimous on
3
that.
I
years
think it
before the
should have started
first.
in like 2016 or 2017 after they had that Divas Revolution. They should have had it after that because
Great
they
answer.
came. I want to
Great
say
answer.
they started that at the end of summer, so that would have been the perfect way to kind of roll up into the next year was to have the first Women's Rumble.
Right. I agree with that. But if you look at it, you know, around this time, that's when they had the first Women's Royal Rumble. They had the first Women's Elimination Chamber. They had the first Women's Hell in a Cell. They had the first Women's Money in the Bank. Like, this time is when the women were getting pushed.
No,
Should
you're right.
it
But
have came
I think
earlier?
it could have happened a long time before this, though. I don't know what the hold up was.
Yes. It could have happened a long time.
I mean, I loved it. I loved being part of the first one. It was great to be part of the first one, though. Man,
But-
I'll tell you, you
No,
can't take
right.
that back.
I
I
agree.
was like almost
If-
by accident, James. It's just that it happened to be in my town. Like, I mean,
I
If it would have happened earlier, would there have been 30 legitimate women that have been?
there wasn't 30
believable?
legitimate now. They were. I mean, not legitimate. I'm just
You
saying
would
they were
still
legends.
would
They
have
were
had to pull legends.
Yeah.
They did. They
and
pulled like
bring
what?
in people.
NXT. What's
Yes.
she doing? What's she doing the men's too?
4, 5.
Yeah, you would have definitely had to. But I mean, around this time is when the women were getting their, and I'm not saying they couldn't do it beforehand, but they were getting their time on TV, like for their matches, and they were being able to.
Thanks, Dick
So-
Finley.
Yeah, they were able to showcase what they can do.
Love the Fit Finley
Yeah.
thing there because he didn't even want to do it. He didn't want to do it at first, but love that he became such
Well,
a great.
and out of the 30 women on here, I would say 12 of them, like I got the list right here. I'd say 12 of them are like legends, like
Absolutely.
not
Easy.
active at the time type shit.
Right. So I've pulled up the first 5
Oh yeah,
Rumble winners. The
It's good
first
shit.
was, of course, Asuka,
Mhm.
Becky Lynch,
yeah. The man. That's what
Belair.
started the man stuff.
Who was 3?
Bianca
Who was
Belair.
3? Who was 3?
Charlotte,
Charlotte,
Charlotte.
and then she
Bianca,
challenged Rhea for the NXT title. Remember that?
and then Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
That one,
Well, I think they're all good
Boo.
winners.
I will boo the Ronda Rousey one until
I'm
the
not
day
going to
I
boo it
die.
because
I
it was a
thought
surprise.
That was
It was
boo,
supposed to be a
boo.
surprise. She was a surprise entrant, but not really.
Well, think about who won the
Rumble.
Rumbles that year. That year, 2022, Royal Rumble winners were Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey.
I know. I was
I
there.
mean, oh, part-time
I wasn't
and
there,
part-time. That's cool stuff.
I
you
liked
know?
the Bianca Belair because the year before she was like the Iron Woman in the match, and she was new to the roster. And I'm looking at her arms and shoulders. I'm like, who is this? Wow, like she is. She doesn't.
The EST.
and she's
As
the
Mark
2022
Henry said,
Worldwide Woman of
it
the
was her
Year.
birthday, but she didn't need
I'm
no
not
birthday
big on,
cake.
I'm not big on her, so
Oh, whatever, Mike. What the fuck?
I'm not.
All
I'm
right,
not saying
next-
she's not good. I'm not saying. I won't say she's not good.
I'll tell you what. That's a great answer to the question for Megan. She is someone that the kids can get behind.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smother you in your sleep if you ever say that again.
Yeah, motherfucker. All right. Next question comes to us from the A to the K Wrestling Show. Which return surprised you the most in the original Women's Royal Rumble, and who would you like to see return in the next Women's Royal Rumble?
Sasha.
What?
I mean, she won't.
Vince would obviously have to be long gone again
I would say
in order
yeah.
for that to happen.
Well, the original.
Vicky
original
girl.
One, was it Vicky? I mean, would Vicky be the answer?
I would like to see. I think my biggest surprise in the last one was Molly Holly. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but like I
I love
expected
that. That
Trish,
one
I
made me so
expected
happy.
Lita, I expected Kelly. I expected them, but I didn't expect Molly Holly. I was happy to see her. Now coming up,
Crowd screaming she came out too.
you know who would be great in this one?
Jacqueline.
Stephanie
She could
McMahon.
still freaking go now.
Stephanie McMahon in this one would be
Hey, she
tremendous.
is a talent now. She's a talent. She can sign a one-off, you know.
I mean, that would be great. It would be
I'd
surprising.
like to see Jackie come back because Jacqueline could still whoop some ass
Yeah.
right now.
Do you think they'll bring somebody from another organization in this year?
Oh, are you talking about if Mickey James beats Jordan Grace and she debuts at the Rumble?
It could be her. It could be
I
anybody.
doubt it.
It could be Sasha
It's
Banks.
Chelsea Green. We all know Chelsea Green's coming out at the Rumble.
Chelsea Green is coming back.
Yeah, well,
yes.
she's already signed. It's a fact.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the
done
Rumble.
deal.
Why debut somebody in December? Why not wait till the Rumble?
No, you're doing it. It's
Yeah.
done. Same with her husband, I think.
I
Speaking
think
of,
the
I have
one
another
that
question
could
here.
happen would be
It's going to be that similar
Kyrie,
question. Do you have an
'cause
answer?
Kyrie left on much better
Mhm.
circumstances right now, as of now, and before her match with Sasha at the San Jose event. She is the first ever IWGP Women's Champion. I think that would be great, but under current regime, I do not know, because with Triple H, things were getting better. With Vince coming back into the mix, I don't know.
No, I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah, current regime is a funny way to put who the fuck is really running this.
We don't know.
You know,
I didn't
Brandy,
think
I
so.
Still kind of trips.
0 to
Is it
60
Vince?
so
I mean,
fast.
what are the
0 to 60.
yeah?
Brandy,
like, who
another one would
knows
be
what's
Tegan Knox.
Oh, man, that's good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
There's a good one. That's a good one.
I love me some Tegan Knox.
So,
True.
all right, last question comes to us from Wrestling Rob from the Fight Factory.
Yeah.
Wrestling Rob from the Fight Factory. Cardona, Green, Jay White are all rumors to be in the Rumble. Anyone else that should make an appearance? I have a feeling Nia Jax will be part of the women's match. I don't know. What has she been doing?
I can see now.
Modeling?
I mean, I always knew she was a model. I
Yeah,
didn't know if
I
she's
think
still
that's
been
what
doing
she's
it.
gone back to.
Oh, perfect.
I can
She's
see
beautiful.
Cardona, but is he debuting as Cardona? Or is
I
he
think so.
debuting
I don't
as
see
Woo
Zack
Woo
Ryder
Woo?
coming back. What you know what? It
You
depends
don't
on
think
who's in
it's going to
charge.
be woo, woo, woo?
I think
Ooh, no.
know
If
it.
it's Vince, it's woo woo woo. If it's Triple H, it's Matt Cardona.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good way to.
yeah,
We'll know
that's-
who's in charge if Woo
You know
Woo
what? That'll
Woo
tell us
players
right there.
That's
can't
how
get
you'll
Silverman
know.
with his fucking tips and all that stuff.
Guys, that is all the questions this week.
Chelsea Green. What about Chelsea Green? Didn't she?
That was the women's one.
We know
Yes.
she's closed down
Mike,
her
on
fan
point
content
tonight.
site.
Hey, I
We
am.
know she's going.
Fantastic.
What about Mandy Rose? You think she'd be?
I'll tell you what. Don't
We
count
were
her out.
actually
Don't
discussing a
count her
men's
out.
Rumble appearances, Mike, not the women's one. That was
No,
like
men's-
a little bit ago.
I would not be surprised to see Mandy Rose.
How
I
about
just really
Sheldon
think-
from Big Bang Theory?
I
think he
want
could-
Vince. I want Vince to strut ass down the aisle doing the.
Yeah, I don't have the TV and it was on.
I want
so.
Vince to make his way out in the Rumble. I really.
Yeah, he might. 77 years old and then take a stunner from Stone
There's
Cold.
both quads again.
Right. And if
You know
CM
what?
Punk did, everybody would shit.
How about
Kittens,
CM
Twitter
Punk?
probably
Yeah.
have a meltdown.
You know what? I'm over CM Punk. I'm over it.
I don't want to.
I mean, I love him to death, but I
did.
have to agree that
I'm just saying, if he came out at the Rumble, y'all
current
would all be
does
like,
not
"Oh, okay."
reflect well on Phil.
Yeah.
Phil.
I can't
Love
listen
it.
to. I really
But-
liked Cult of Personality as a song, and now it kind of have mixed emotions.
I mean, I still wear
because
my
in my
CM
head, I think
every
like, oh,
single
little
Is he
bitch.
day.
under
Oh, he's a little
contract?
bitch. He's a little
Is he
bitch.
still under contract?
They haven't discussed that publicly, so he either is and they're continuing to pay him, or they've come to some sort of agreement in terms of a buyout, or
I don't think they're gonna do a buyout because they know
Ring of
he's
the Waves.
gonna appear somewhere.
I don't know. He's
So I think they're just gonna like pay him out. I think they're just gonna pay
quote
him out.
him, he's old and hurt and tired and worked with fucking
he's in his
children.
Hey,
I
business
get
is
it.
business.
I get
though.
it.
If WWE did anything with him, it'd be money. Even if it's a one-off, it'd be money.
I get it, man. But
Back up the Brinks truck.
it's definitely
Yeah.
for the masses. It's not for us.
All right,
Exactly.
so here we go. We got
Great.
5 up here.
Can't fucking wait.
Winner of the men's and women's Royal Rumble. Who do you have?
Women's
James?
is a tough one. But I think
Huh?
Cody Rhodes is the obvious answer. I hope it's
Who-
not.
who do you
true.
have
I
as
want
the
Braun
winner?
Breaker, but I know.
I'd like Braun Breaker too.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes and see the women's one's a little bit more difficult.
I don't think it'll be Braun Breaker since he's still the NXT champion.
Yeah, they fucked that
no,
up,
he has
didn't
no
they?
push
If he
behind him.
would have
But
lost
But
it,
he's
then
gonna
I
lose
was
it
they would have
again.
started to build him around like a little bit the end of last year and make him like a legit like NXT like dude like
He cheated to
bigger than
win.
NXT.
He cheated
they
to
would have
win
made him
though.
bigger than NXT.
Who
And then he
did
debuted
Braun Breaker
there.
just beat? What's his name?
He didn't really beat him.
Grayson Waller.
They're
I
wrestling
wouldn't be
again.
surprised if he shows up.
Nah. Well, he
hey,
might show up. He ain't winning.
Yeah.
No, he's not winning.
I wouldn't
That'd
have
be
seen him
funny,
in the
though.
Rumble.
Women's.
He's
I
good.
don't know
He's a
who the
good
women's.
heel.
I have a hard time deciding who's going to
What
win
kind
the
of
women's Royal
swerve
Rumble.
would
I
It's
really
gonna be
have no
Becky.
idea.
It's got to be Becky, and I don't want it to be, but I think it's gonna be Becky.
what kind of swerve would it be if Braun Breaker did win?
Becky and Bailey has a big
It
match
wouldn't.
coming
It
up.
wouldn't put
Here's the
butts. Well,
swerve.
hey, here's the thing: Rumble or the WrestleMania is already sold, so it doesn't matter if the people want to see it or not. They already bought the ticket. So I
And
guess
it's
I'm
not, and it's
saying
free on
do it.
Peacock, or you own Peacock, so it's not like The Rock's going to be selling any more tickets or any more pay-per-views.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's already sold out. So
Why even have either of them at that point?
another good point.
I personally
Why
want to
pay
say
for it?
Yeah,
That
I'm gonna
sucks.
say I'm gonna
that makes
say
sense. I never thought about
I'm gonna
it that way.
say Seth Rollins wins the men's and Alexa Bliss wins the women's.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Mike.
yes.
I
Shocking.
mean,
Such
they
an
but-
are
asshole.
starting
Brandy,
to
he's such an
not.
asshole. Brandy, I'm
I
going to
know.
ask you this question because I asked the ladies earlier, and you were not here yet, and we'll kind of end with this.
No,
Do
'cause
you-
I don't.
Do you think that the Women's Royal Rumble first one went on last because it was the first Women's Royal Rumble, or because Ronda Rousey was there?
I think it was because Rhonda was there.
Motherfucker! Why does everybody think that?
We told you you were
Because
wrong, Brad.
Because if
I'm
it
the
was
only one that
just
thinks
a-
opposite.
because if it was just about it being the first women's rumble, they would not have ruined Asuka's moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
If it
agree.
was about
That's
the
why
fact
you-
that
yeah,
we're
that's why it
celebrating
is.
that women can main event and go on, they would have let her have at least some more time, because Rhonda came out.
I think it was because it was
Not
the
long.
first, and I think it was because they made it
No,
special.
no. If it would have been the first, then they would have just left it.
Yeah.
Well,
If
let's
you
get
just leave
Stephanie
it,
on the phone.
then you justify because it's the first. The fact that you bring
All right, so this is a definite question.
Ronda
Well,
Rousey.
JR, right?
I mean, let's
Was
be
JR
real.
there?
Ronda Rousey was like the baddest
We
bitch on the
promise
planet.
you, Ronda Rousey will not be a guest, so we won't get that answer.
Was JR
Ronda
there?
Rousey was the biggest female on the planet at that time.
Was
So
JR there?
it's because of her coming there.
No, damn it! I can't even ask JR then. I want to. There's. He would know the answer.
He would.
He would tell you it's because of Ronda Rousey.
I think so too.
The,
Well, you know who
the,
won't
Royal,
answer
the
is
Royal
Bruce
Rumble, Women's Royal Rumble main event's on its own merit. Like that is your main event on its own merit. But you're not going to do that.
It was the first. That's all I'm saying.
You think Logan Paul's real?
But I get you, James.
If there
Stop
had
looking at
been
me like
more
that, James.
time
It's like answering the same
getting
question
to
twice though.
celebrate
It would have main
Wanda coming
evented.
out, then I would
regardless.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It would have main
Brad,
evented.
yes, man,
regardless,
bet. No, I'm
but
kidding.
the fact that
Here's
you justify
your
because
swerve.
of that.
Here's your swerve. Men's
Swerve
Royal
Scott?
Rumble. Men's Royal Rumble. Logan Paul.
Fuck
Please
outta
shut
here.
Your dirty whore mouth.
He might be in it.
McAfee. Hey,
I don't want
McAfee.
it. No, I definitely don't want it. But he draws eyes. He draws.
I heard
numbers.
it's going to be 50 guys this year, not 30.
Ugh.
I lied. I don't know
I was
that.
about to say,
for sure.
was
I
that
just
a
made
fucking hour and a half rumble? Like, I'm good
Yeah.
on that. Jeez.
It ain't
He's,
gonna be that. I'm kidding.
I bet he draws numbers. You can't deny it. He draws eyes. He pulls
No,
eyes.
no. He,
Yeah, no,
impressed, he
that's why
impressed
we
me
saw him in
100%.
Saudi and not in the U.S.
It wouldn't surprise me
Well, it's all
because
gonna
he
be in
gets so
Saudi
good in
soon.
Saudi that they would do it for Romania.
Well, we're owned by Saudi now, right?
Not yet.
That's the
When
rumor
it comes out,
innuendo.
yeah.
By the time this come out, I hope we finally
But
know.
everybody
Then we
said
get to
that's
say,
why they did
"Shut up,
it in
Brad."
Saudi because it draws internationalized, but they're not going to
Yeah.
book that in
What
the
about-
States.
What about Dewdrop for the women?
I'd love to see her come back. We're a dewdrop brand. Do.
Just change her name back to Piper Nevin.
Yes.
She
True.
embraced it. I agree, though. What the hell? What a terrible name.
Because it's a fat slur.
That's kind of how I feel about the
Loves
Dewdrop
fat
name. Like,
jokes.
I want to
Not
root for
funny, right?
Dewdrop, but it's kind of disrespectful to.
It was. And
Yeah,
root for
just go to
Dewdrop,
Urban
you know?
Dictionary.
she's
and
got the
look it
sweet
up,
ass
and you'll
accent.
see it.
Sweet accent. I like the idea. I like the idea, Brandy, of at first the way it was with her, like Eva Marie kind of putting her down, and then the big like baby face turn, and the fans go crazy. But they blew it. They
Yep.
freaking blew
They
it.
always do.
Like it was there for the taking. Fans have changed. They are behind her. They're not behind Eva.
Hey,
That was
Brad.
perfectly done. The shaming. I thought it was done well, and then they screwed it up.
Men's Royal Rumble winner.
This asshole,
Walter.
right?
Walter.
Yes.
Jackson Riker.
I would love
Walter.
Water.
Ginda.
Whatever his name is.
Gunther. Gunther.
What if he
Not
wins and then declares to go by Walter?
that. Would be fantastic.
All I know is this: if freaking what's his name wins this Rumble
He would have to lose
again,
the IC title.
Logan
Who?
Paul?
Brock?
Brock Lesnar wins this title again, you're gonna have
Ooh.
some very unhappy.
Then we get
people.
WrestleMania. Brock Roman 78. You know what I'm saying? Like we see it over.
All right.
I wouldn't
But
mind
I
seeing
think
Brad
it's
Pitt
because
win.
they don't have anybody to put on the poster besides Rock, I guess, in Hollywood. But that's why we keep getting Brock is because they don't build nobody that you put on that poster and you're gonna be like, holy shit, I want to see this.
What about
They're
Baron
just like
Corbin?
go to the well every time they go to the well. You know, like they don't
like
have
Baron.
anybody
He's a good
fucking
heel.
built to be like, holy shit. It's not like Stone Cold was, the golden standard and all this stuff, but they put his ass on a poster against Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14. Boom. I mean, it's sold crazy. Like, there's
I
no
agree.
feud you want to see. It's just like, oh, I know those two guys, so I'm gonna watch it. You only know them because like they ain't doing a good job of making anybody else. Like, no one's believable to beat Roman. That's my thing about his title thing. Who's
Why the
gonna
Money in
beat
the
him?
Bank didn't
'Cause
work
no
out.
one's booked to beat him legit. So who's gonna
The
beat him?
only person that I think can do it because they haven't fucked him up yet is Cody.
Because he's been injured.
Exactly.
Blowing his pec was probably the greatest thing that could have happened to him.
It added
By
such a
this
level
time, he
to that
probably would have
Hell
been
in a
another.
Cell
But
match.
it's obvious, and the last thing anybody
They would have
wants is
bastardized
obvious.
him in a couple months, and he'd just be another guy.
It's just obvious, though.
So
True,
do you
but
think
there
maybe
is
they were,
legitimately nobody else.
I know.
True.
do you think
It's
maybe
us.
they're
It's the
seeing the
fan,
video?
the fans that pay
It's
attention.
Cody and Rock to beat him for both belts. Like, that's legit all it is, and we all know it, and we've known it for a couple months now, and we still have, what,
Yeah.
3 months
Ed?
till it happens?
I think he's.
All right,
Do you
James.
think there's some of the videos of Cody right now to throw you off because right now, me personally, I'm thinking, okay, they're showing videos. He's not going to be a surprise person at the Royal Rumble. You know, because they're showing
Well,
the
yeah,
videos.
it's not a surprise because we all know it.
Right. I mean, they're just saying, they haven't said he's going to come back at the Royal Rumble, but.
No, they kind of said he's back. So
It's a subliminal message.
Right.
They're
So,
planting the seeds of that person being back in your head.
Yep.
So before we get off and everything else, Brandy, you're the last one on here. My topic earlier was about the sale of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask your opinion. Would you rather WWE be like it is now, like it's a public trade company? Would you rather them sell to somebody else, whether it's Fox, NBC, Netflix, or become? I'm just giving examples. Shut up, Brad.
How many
Fuck you,
times
Brad.
have I heard this question tonight?
6.
Or be a privately owned company.
I would like it to stay as it is now. I don't mind it being a publicly traded company because it gives a level of transparency and accountability that as a company, you obviously need, especially in a company with a culture like it's come out of with Vince McMahon. Now, that being said, I want Vince out. I want him gone. But if they were to sell to the Saudis, like the rumors have been saying, I would cancel my Peacock subscription. I would never purchase another WWE item again because I can't support a country that denies basic human rights.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen right there. But
I'm hopeful that it wouldn't. But if you look at it this way, if Disney buys it, then all the female superstars get to be Disney princesses by default, and that's
Very
every
true.
girl's dream.
I think the
If Disney
Saudi thing
buys
is
it, it
probably
better
a
be on
power
Hulu.
play.
I don't see Saudi buying.
I think it's a bidding thing. Like, the Saudis got that money. So let's say they do offer whatever amount of dollars. I think that in turn makes the U.S. companies I think it's just like a bidding thing.
Listen, if it comes to Saudi, it'll be Vince saying yes and everybody else saying no.
Mm-hmm.
I can't look
that's,
at Adam.
That's what it's going to come down like with that one.
Look at Adam.
Granted, he has what?
That's what it was for like 30 straight years.
81%.
Look at Adam over there, freaking miserable as shit.
Well, hey, shout out to Brandy. She won the Rumble.
Yeah,
Shout out.
she won it. Good job.
Came in third. Was that right?
No, last.
No, I mean like.
No, because we had
Fourth.
Allison. We
I
had
think you came in
Amy,
fourth.
we had Brooke. So she come in fourth.
Yeah. So, hey, came in number 4. Fucking
Still
won the
stayed the
whole damn
longest
thing.
by far. Stayed the longest.
Well, there you go. Brandy, you're the winner.
You won.
One more twist for the Rumble.
Gratitude. You want to cheers. Cheers.
We got another
The
twist.
cold refresher. Oh, you got a code red?
Yes,
Hey,
Code
that's
Red.
the best fucking. Hey, no shit. Yeah, fuck
I
that
love
Nitro
Code Red.
Pepsi bullshit. Code Red is the best soda on the planet. I'm a big Dr. Pepper guy, but Code Red is the best. I'll go to my grave saying that. Yeah.
One more. Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble.
All right, I'm in. How about you,
I'm
Jay?
Not if
in.
the Saudis buy it.
Not if the Saudis buy it. Absolutely not.
If the Saudis buy it, you're gonna see him debut at AEW.
You know
Sammy
what?
has to go up against the Tribal Chief.
It could be him or Kevin Owens, really.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens is getting a huge pop right now.
Yep.
He's over. Not Stone Cold over, but he's trying.
He's
Okay,
trying.
He's
buckle up, Buckaroo.
Trying.
Everybody has been. Hell, Cena didn't even make it there, and they fucking put the rocket up his ass 20 straight years.
Absolutely.
There's never gonna be another Stone Cold. Y'all just got to get through your head. I mean, let's be real here.
Well, if the Saudis
It made the
buy
most
it,
money ever.
then we will see the resurrection of El Generico. He will come back from his orphanage in Mexico and save us.
I think we all need to smell what's cooking on the Rumble, and that's
All I smell is beer.
yeah, Money
He's
Mike.
smelling it all night when you guys are sharing a bed.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
you
sharing
want
his
to talk about a
kids'
meat
bed.
minute?
He's my kid.
You
bed.
get
I'm
it,
sharing
thank
his
you.
kids' bed.
Thank you.
Wait a
I'll
minute.
take that one. I'll take that one on the. No, it's on the
There,
board.
there is no Mike's Meat Minute on the damn.
Yeah,
There's
there's
not
when
been-
y'all pass out in the same bed, there probably will be a Mike's Meat
No
Minute.
Mike's Meat Minute, no
Boom, 2
FMK,
times.
They more like a
double
Mike's
time.
meat 20 seconds.
none of it. Not this
I'm
week.
not 20 seconds. I'm not 20 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
you
what she
know,
said.
we've gone long enough.
Yeah, we've gone long
15
enough.
minutes.
Mike, tell
Mike.
us what the fuck's going on next week before I
Sorry, no.
smack you. Or have
Next
Adam
week?
smack you.
Next week we are gonna do. What are we doing next week? Oh,
Rivalry.
we're going back to our rivalry.
Oh,
Thank you.
fucking A.
You know, Brad had to fuck us up and get us off our rivalry, so we're gonna go back
Yeah,
to
God
rivalry.
forbid. This was fun, by the way.
Okay, so
No notes.
our first rivalry will be a big one. It's gonna be Triple H versus The Rock.
That's not what you said.
Oh, that's a good one.
Who else?
Okay, so Brandy, while you're on here, off the fly, Triple H versus The Rock. What's your favorite match?
Oh my gosh.
Nothing like a pop quiz, huh?
Yeah. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
What's
Especially
27
like
times
20 years
53,
ago.
huh?
While you're thinking about that, Adam,
Look,
while you're thinking about that, Adam is gonna pick the second match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while he's
let's
thinking
go.
about that,
Let's go Randy Orton versus Christian.
what match?
ooh.
To be determined.
Great. Can't wait for that.
It'll be on Twitter before you hear this.
Professional fucking podcast. Hey, everybody's gonna pick a match. Which one? Don't know. So we pretty much just have the
I already
rivalry.
know which one.
Go ahead.
Then say
Okay,
it.
I have a match too that
Go ahead, Brandy.
when you're ready.
Okay. Which one, Brandy?
I'm going with their Iron Man match from Judgment Day 2000. I am a sucker for an Iron Man match. These guys.
So
two of the
I'm
best
watching an
bodies
hour-long match.
in
Somebody better
Motherfucker
write
telling
that
me.
shit down. I don't see nobody taking notes.
Oh, well, I'm taking it. Judgment.
Well,
That's an Iron Man
hell,
match.
Brad, we don't even know if we'll even make it to the next
Iron
episode with your
Man
notes.
match, James. Do you know what that means?
Better,
That
hey,
is
take
1
a picture,
hour.
back the
It's an
shit up on your
hour-long match.
computer, like do what you
Hey,
need
he
to
just
do.
asked me for a match.
Make a
that
fucking
I enjoyed.
PDF. You know what I'm saying?
Brandy,
They
Brandy,
Well, there will be
did a
PDF.
great
watch
match
the
that was
hour-long
on
match.
Raw from '99.
All right, we're all talking at once.
next week, I really like. We need a 5-star review next week if we're gonna do an Iron Man match. Like, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
drunk Mike 2 weeks in a row. What do you got, Adam?
2 weeks in a row. You wanna make it
I'm
3?
trying to figure out which pay-per-view it was.
Great.
He's looking.
The tape machines are definitely rolling.
Oh man.
Oh,
yeah.
we're good.
You're good. Freaking great. Man, I love you when we're not recording.
Hey, fucking great.
Let's go over the limit 2011.
Iron Man match?
No.
Hey, hon, I'm going to be busy tomorrow for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Orton versus
I
Christian.
like 3.
All right. Over the limit 2011. Got it.
Yeah.
By the way, at any time, this card could be subject to change for upcoming guests that possibly or could possibly want to schedule.
See, they had that good match at SummerSlam, and that's the one I didn't want to pick because everybody's seen that one. Everybody expects.
Yeah, we always try to keep it different. We only try to stick with WrestleManias and Starcades.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because here at
Or-
Kickout Crew,
or Royal Rumble.
we want to make sure we pick matches that you've never seen. You,
You
know,
never
ones
saw
you gotta-
Starcade 1,
ones
right?
you got to really dig.
You never
into
saw
the
WrestleMania
archives
1,
for.
right?
Well, no,
Hi,
because
James.
I wasn't born yet, smartass.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I was. James, take us home, brother.
Yeah, the tape machines have definitely been rolling for, I don't know, like 35 minutes right now. But hey, you know, they just kept flapping around in the camcorder. You know what it is. Hey, that's an old school film joke because everything's digital now. Huh? Yeah, sorry. Hey, we're ending on a high note, Brad. You know? Because what better way to end the Rumble than complete chaos and a couple surprises and Lord knows, you know, maybe a little go home for the family.
Oh, well, I want to throw out there.
Go ahead.
Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers gave me a recipe for Mike's Meat Minute. So this week, Mike's Meat Minute,
Isn't one.
y'all ain't getting shit.
Great, Mike. Great job alienating our fans.
That being said, my name is James
I love
Delacora. You
y'all.
can find me at James Delacora. You know, name on the screen, whatever. We hope you watch the YouTube version so you can see our reactions to all the crazy and ridiculous stuff going on your show. Because gosh dang it, sometimes I wish it wasn't mine. Boom, roasted every one of you. No, I'm just kidding. This is a fun episode. I really had a lot of fun. It is awesome fucking awesome time as always on the Kick Out Crew. You can follow us. That is at Kick Out Crew for everybody that doesn't know. Listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Like I said, full video versions on YouTube. And I'll kick it to Brad next because he's lateral on the screen. So
I'm surprised the glasses are still on.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Mike. So this I am Brad at Yes Man Brad on Twitter.
Yeah, I was the one rubbing my fucking head this episode.
Brandy, I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank Megan Nelson for coming on. I want to thank Allison Faye for coming on. I want to thank Amy. I know. I'm still going to thank you, Amy, for coming on. And finally, I want to thank Brooke for coming on. This was a lot of fun. We had our surprise entrance talking about the Women's Royal Rumble, which in true KOC fashion, talking about the first Women's Royal Rumble is what we do. So this was a very, very good time. Thank you for everyone.
Oh, yeah. Phone just went off. But yeah, I mean, in good shit. I want to thank you, Brad, for thanking all the guests because I was an asshole and completely left that part out.
Just got lucky.
But hey, we had a bunch of good entrances. Speaking of entrances, I'm going to kick it to our very first Women's Royal Rumble winner on our time. We covered the very first Rumble.
2023 winner.
Women's Rumble. And Brandy's the first time winner. So, Brandy. Give everybody your tags, all that bullshit. Like, hey,
well, on Twitter,
no,
I'm at Brandy Writes PW because I do write about pro wrestling. On Instagram, I am at Ryan Taylor Girl, and yeah, I always love coming hang out with the Kick Out Crew. I love getting to talk wrestling, and y'all better come back next week because they're gonna, bring a snack, bring a meal, maybe like 5 drinks. Because they're gonna be here for an Iron Man match.
The snack's already here.
We don't need no more drinks.
The snack's already here, Brandy.
The snack is always here with Adam.
I don't like that.
How you doing?
But no, Brady, hey, that was awesome. Like, you killed that. And like she said, Iron Man match, so definitely
can't wait.
Get your popcorn. So now we get to so combined together and divided in half, what do you think the BAC, the blood alcohol content is?
Zero.
Definitely no one's legal to drive.
I saw 6 empty beers in this trash can.
Yeah,
But,
I'm drunk. So
hey, no way. No shit. Last but not least.
But I'll make a good episode, right?
I wish you would. Roasted again. But yeah, last but not least, kicking into Mike and Adam. They're both visiting each other.
His mouth's full of beer. You can catch me at Adam_from_Bama. I actually had my stuff I brought from Alabama to Georgia. My stuff I wrote down.
Oh, your notes travel?
I actually wrote like 7 of them, and I brought them here for no reason. So you know what? Just did it.
That's it.
The notebook isn't flying. Mike, what you got?
We have nothing after this. We have no Mike's Minute. We have no Wonka Wonka. No Devinson demographic.
God forbid.
Well, I mean, fuck it. But I am at Whitaker 1028. Y'all hit me up. Hit me up with some kind of meal, some kind of side dish. Hit me up with something to put on my Mike's Meat Minute.
Did you say no Mike's Meat Minute this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I first want to thank Brandy. Thank you for coming on. I want to thank Megan. I want to thank all y'all that came on. Amy.
What?
They appreciate it.
Yeah. All y'all.
I do the what chant every time you name someone's name. What?
Y'all don't got me fucked up.
Oh yeah,
I love
we had like
That's
5 or 6 people. You named 3.
Thank you, ladies.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for sure.
All the ladies. thank you for coming on. And I want to throw a special thank you, and I want to throw a special something out there to Devin. Devin's not on here tonight, and I just want to tell you, bud, we're still thinking about you. We love you. We're here for you, man.
Oh yeah,
everybody is, and we can't wait to get you back on here.
Right. I made a good joke today. It was earlier. It actually opened the episode, but I'm going to say it again in closing. Shout out to our boy Devin, my brethren from another methrin. That's Devin. So shout out Devin. Miss you, buddy. I mean Sammy Guevara. Like we haven't had that in like 2 episodes.
And my
I'm not
nitro
gonna say I miss it, but I'm not gonna say I miss it, but sometimes I wouldn't mind if Devin took a little nitro break. You know what I'm saying? A little nitro.
His ass better be back here next week.
Yeah, no, and then I'll be annoyed as fucking bitching him out again. So, but yeah, miss you, brother.
Devin,
You know our thoughts.
We love you, man. And you do what you gotta do, man. We're here for you, man.
Always. That I think that what better way than to we're all here, you know how to reach us. And that's what it's all about. Because as a new year has started, obviously, we were talking about a rumble. Things are gonna enter your life and you just gotta eliminate the bad sometimes. It is what it is. Whether the entrances are good, whether the entrances are bad, here's the thing. You need to eliminate them all and just stand out on top. Whether it's 30, 40, 50, or the greatest Royal Rumble, always remember that you have the power to eliminate the bad. You just got to believe in yourself and do it. You know why? Because when life gets you down, we just motherfucking kick out at 2. Every damn time.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we all do. It's your show. It's our show. We're in this life together. You know why? Because we all are the Kick Out Crew. So I just want to thank everybody. And, hope everybody has a damn good week. See ya.
Peace.
Peace.